All right. Hey, everybody. We've been doing a lot of out of the park baseball lately, but our good friend Clinton Parks had some questions about pocket pennant run baseball. Specifically, what's the white dice for? How do I rare plays? Things like that. If he wants to play cards and dice, things like that. So remember that the game um, is the cards and dice game. That's you're when you're playing the pocket pennant run software, you're also doing the same thing. So I think this will be very, very helpful. So the first thing is when you get the game, if you get the physical game, you're going to get this as a it's it's just like a PDF, whatever that you'll get. Okay, if you buy the print and play version, you will get this as a PDF. So either way, you have it as a hard copy or a PDF. The manager. It's a small manual, but this game is pretty straightforward. Let's make this a little bigger. All right. So if you're playing cards and dice baseball, you're going to have to, just the same as playing pocket pennant run, you're gonna need these. Okay. You're going to kind of get to know this pretty quickly, especially I would say playing with the pocket pennant run manager for a little bit too. Get used to the game. All right. So the latest version of this has not been done yet. So, but as Craig has said, it's coming. But in the meantime, you'll be able to get a good idea of everything, what it's all about. So just so you get a sense of what comes in the box. All right. So these are all batter pitcher cards. And this is if you're using the version 2 software. Okay. So an A batter on certain rolls, whatever, is going to be anything from a grounder to third double play. That asterisk means that the runner has a chance to get out of that double play. Right, there's a grounder to short, and then lead runner, okay, advances, what have you. A fly out, for instance, tag question mark means there's a fly ball to center. The tag question mark means, you're going to be offered the choice. Okay, do you want this runner to try to make it to third on a fly ball to eight, to center fielder, whereas a fly ball to right, the runner's going to tag. Okay. Again, this is the basis of the game is still here. All right, now let's get down to one of Clinton's big questions here: is rare plays. So rare plays will happen in the software. Maybe we'll get one that will come up when you roll triple dice. That's the same thing in the cards and dice game, at least for right now. I don't know. I don't think Craig has changed that. Okay. You have strategy plays. Again, this is taken care of automatically in the software. But if you're rolling a dice, let's say that you want a squeeze bunt. Okay. You're going to roll. And here you go. You've got a grounder back to pitcher. For instance, on an 8 and a 9, the asterisk means that if there's a runner on, that runner is going to advance. All right. So you have a runner at first. There's a grounder to the pitcher. The runner that is at first will advance to second. Okay. So it's just most of this. I mean, you're going to know as a baseball fan. Okay. This manager. So what you can do here is you can create managers, or if you're using managers where you can get their tendencies, again, you can get this from Pocket Pennant Run Base from the software. Okay. So from 1920 and up, the Deadball managers still aren't done yet. He hasn't done those. But so if you have a manager, let's say that you have here a strategy play, you're going to roll a dice. Is the manager, an A manager is going to roll, right? If you roll a 4 or a 5, you're rolling for strategy plays. Hit and runs, same thing. Okay, so same thing. If you're trying to hit and run, again, using the cards and dice baseball, just follow this. Okay. Now, rare plays over here, you're going to have runner's interference, a hard grounder to right field, catcher's interference. These are the rolls of the dice. So runner's interference with the bases empty is on a roll of 1, 2, 3. Okay. If you roll the 4, 5, or 6, right, the 4, 5, 6s, rare plays. So again, it's going to be triple ones, triple twos, triple threes. All right, triple four, triple five, triple six is a hard grounder to right. Hit, but a batter with a speed of C or D is thrown out at first. Okay, I mean, that's a very rare play, but we've seen it happen. Catcher's interference, I've had a couple of these already, and I've also had a hit by batted ball, but right now it's sticker base is empty. So double sevens, eights, and nines is catcher interference. Bat contacts catcher's glove. Batter's awarded first base. Okay, then we have a triple plus 8. So the ball gets past the diving center fielder, rolls to the wall. That's in a roll of triple 10s or 11s or 12s. That's in bases empty. So you just have to get this little guy right here. Now, I would have to dig out my physical copy of the game. I don't really play the physical copy anymore, but I do believe that this actually comes in the physical box, these charts. So you would have to have these charts out. The other thing is if you have ordered, and I could go on the website and show you, if you'd ordered the mats for these are already on the mats too, and I'll show you. So that way you're not, the idea being is that you can pretty much play everything off the mats. So let me show you. I'll bring it over on here. Okay, so base game set. Let's actually do game mat. Let's do this. And we'll just do for the modern era since most of you guys play modern era, but it works the same. So let me bring this over here and let me close this window. All right, we just got one person watching. Maybe it is Clinton. I don't know. Hopefully you'll find this useful. So if you see here, if you buy the mat, which is really nice, and they have one for the Deadball era, one for the modern era. If you're going to play this game, cards and dice, just use this because everything's right there. This is the mats are really, really nice looking. They play well. Anybody that does a lot of gaming, that these mats, you know what you're getting. Okay. So these are similar to what we magicians use, close-up mats, we call them. So we don't have it doesn't have a neoprene top like this, the top to it. So we need like a more velvet or felt, okay, so that there's some friction on the pad. These are really nice. And again, I could, just go on and on about this. You can see the rare plays, strategy plays, base running plays, all this. So this is a good aid if you're playing cards and dice. I would still suggest, however, if you're near your PC, maybe use this in conjunction with the Pocket Pennant Run software. Okay, but you can use this. Okay, that's what it looks like. And I'll tell you what. I mean, these guys are really. I think it's worth it if you're gonna buy the cards and dice game. What I did is I bought the physical versions, both version 2 and version 3. Version 3 is the latest. I bought the base game set for $24.99, and I bought the Deadball era mat and the modern era mat. And remember, if you order the physical game, you will get a link to the Pocket Pennant Run software to download it. Okay, so it's really, really a bargain. Okay. Let's look at the base game set here really, really quickly so you can see what comes in the base game set. There's everything, okay? There's a manager generator. You can see all kinds of stuff here, okay? So you're going to get 3 dice. You're going to get this jumbo deck. Let me see if we can get a photo of the jumbo. I don't think we can, unfortunately. Yeah, so it's a deck of 12 cards. That's actually really, 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 really nice. There's the rule book. When you download the rule book, that's the thing that I was showing you in the other page. Okay. Here's what you get. You get a bunch of teams. You get, let me see if I can blow this up for you. Whoa. I really blew it up, didn't I? Wow. Cool. All right. So there we go. Look, there's a manager generator with this. There's strategy plays. The rare play charts are in here, everything like that. So everything you need to play these games, including a selection of teams. And this is the size, these cards are the size of 2 poker-sized cards next to each other. So really nice. This is a big improvement. If you have version 2, the cards that came with that game were just a single poker-sized card. So these are nice, big. You can see everybody's ratings there. Okay? That's what you get. All right. And then with the Pocket Pennant Run software, is where you can create more players, things like that. Okay. Now, let me take this away because we're going to talk about things like weight dice and stuff like that. And hey, there's Clinton right there. Left a review, a 4-star review. Awesome, Clinton. Way to go. All right. So now let's talk about what else. All right. Scrolling down. So these are split up into Deadball era and modern era as well. So if you want to, so these are the rare plays for modern era. And then see down here, we'll have a balk, right? Whereas up here in the Deadball era, right? So you have everything here. All right. So what's different about them is just the ratings that are set up between modern era and Deadball era, which is what you would expect. Okay. So it's all there. What else? Then these are the teams that you get. So if you're playing some pocket pennant run baseball, you want to play some cards and dice, and these come in the box. And again, so Craig and Matt show you in the pocket pennant run software how they've arrived at all these ratings. And I would highly suggest that you watch some of Dave Gardner's videos. What he did is he was doing this when version 2 was out. He actually input all the ratings for every player in 1979 into Digital Diamond Baseball. So that's another route you can go. But again, for me, using the pocket pennant run software is better because each player has his own cards. You're not just going off of ratings. Depends on what you want to do. Okay. You get a lot of teams with this thing. A lot of teams you could play outside the box. You could almost make a mini tournament. Now, do you want to? You can make. There's manager generators here, pitcher generators, club ballpark generators. This is really nice because the Deadball ballparks and the Deadball managers haven't been done. So you could use these generators to create those managers. Okay, and then it comes with some score sheets. Okay, and then the pocket pennant run quick reference guide, which we've gone over a gazillion times. Hey, Dave. So see that, Dave? You say good things about Dave, and he shows up. And you just mentioned his name, man. That's great. So Dave's been doing a really, really bang-up job. And I'm not just saying that because he's here. I've already suggested before I saw his name here. He's been doing a great job. I mean, that's a Herculean task to put in every player from 1979. And I was about ready to do the same thing that Dave did, and then they came out with this. He said you love them to work in individual cards, which in the pocket pennant run cards are there, but I'm sure Dave's talking about the actual cards and dice. I think that'd be great too. However, because the card stock is excellent in this game, it really, really is. That said, one of the quality of life updates on here that I'll show you guys is that they've actually the cards are ready to print for you. So if you have good card stock, you can print them and they look really nice. Okay, so let me show you those, and then we'll bring up pocket pennant run here in a second. But I'm gonna move these over here. Is this my latest one? I think it is. Is this the December 1st? So just for anybody that isn't aware, and again, I agree, Dave. I think for what would probably happen, just because I mentioned this in a stream the other night. You guys, a lot of you know that I was a professional sleight of hand artist. I'm going back into that again, and so if you're doing card magic just for your buddies and they got a spare deck of cards, that's one thing. But if you're doing paying gigs, you use the best cards you can get. Tally Hos, Bees are like top of the line from US Playing Card Company. Bicycles are decent. Don't use Aviators except if you want to destroy cards, because Aviators suck. And really, don't use any other brand but US Playing Card. But that being said, they have, let me see, is it an internal? Where the hell is it? Or is it the Game Sheets directory? It's not here. Oh, you know what? You got to download them. So I'll show you how to do that. When you go to their site, when you get your download instructions in the, and I guess I can bring that up, be a nice guy. I just got to be careful here for a second. So I'm going to do this off screen for a second. I trust you guys, but I don't know who else is coming in here, right? So I've because there's a code that you get for this. So I'm just I'll get to that and then I'll bring this right back on screen. Okay. Again, it's not that I don't trust folks here, but I don't know who else is running, and somebody could just pop this in and bang. Okay. We don't want that, right? We don't want that. All right. So the release you can't do without, and that's true. This new update is fantastic. Okay. Let me see. Just give me a second here, guys, till I grab this thing and show it to you. It's got everything, man. It's got everything. It's got everything. Where'd it go? Where did it go? You have to. Is that? No, that's from 2023. So Sunday 12/1. Let me see. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do in this new version that I haven't even touched on. But I do want. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I've got to go to their website, and I found the code. It was hidden in here. And again, I'm sorry. Please don't anybody take this personally. Yeah, we're a nice team card with all the players. So let me show you here, Dave, what they're doing. I know that this is. It would be nice. I mean, I would think that what they would have to do is probably charge for those, I would think. Okay, so software redirecting me. Okay, oh, nice. So this is already in here. I don't even have to put the code in. It remembered. It remembered, which is really, really nice. Okay. So if we go here to PDF roster cards, all right, and if I go to, since Dave's here, Dave is he's more of a modern baseball player guy. So we'll go to this. So you have a choice of doing MLB team cards, and I'm going to show you each one except the Excel rosters. I really don't feel like opening Excel. Everybody knows what Excel looks like. So here are the player cards. So here's everything from 1920 to 2023. 2024 will be released later. And again, lifetime free updates to this game, both for the software, cards and dice, whatever. So since Dave's doing 1979, let's bring up 1979. Okay. And we'll give it a minute, and we're gonna make this just a bit larger for everybody so you can see just a bit outside. Thank you, Bob Euchre. Probably the most it's immortal, isn't it, man? So there you go. This is everybody, and these are all individual cards, and these are the same cards that you will see in Pocket Pennant Run. I mean, you're not going to see it's not going to have, you're going to see their name and everything, but so it does have individual player cards that you can print. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, they're using superb stock. I think it's 130. I'm not sure. It's really good player stock. Do you want to spend that kind of money? If so, what they've done, you don't. So in older versions of Pocket Pennant Run, you had to generate these cards. Now these are just ready to print. These are the cards backs, and your printer would know how to use them. But here's everybody, and this is just the 1979 season. And again, they have everything from 1871 all the way back. So let's go back and let's get out of the teams here for a second. And let's go to the team cards so you guys can see what they look like. And again, we'll just use 1979 as an example. Boom. All right. And there we go. So if you've played, and now this is going to be familiar to those of you who have played Pocket Pennant Run and you're playing the still playing the version 2. They're all the player cards. These are all ready for you to print, which I think is really nice that they did this, because I remember in version 2, it's like, oh, geez, I got to go into team management, do these, and I got to, save out the player cards. These are just ready to go. You could just print all this now if you wanted to. So nice touch there. Obviously, I think to keep costs down. I don't know whether they'll maybe, and I don't know. I mean, it's not like I know Craig or Matt, but I mean, if they wanted to, if they wanted to do something like this, and if there was enough interest, and people would say, "Hey, Bernie, how you doing, man?" Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's not right. They're not sexy cards, but they're utilitarian. They get the job done. I would say that. But I mean, that being said, I mean, there's 700 and what, almost like 740 members of Pocket Pennant Run in the Facebook group. If there's enough interest, who knows? Maybe they would do print seasons, like, really nice, like they did for the seasons that I showed you that come with the game. That's a possibility. But I think that would probably have to be a grassroots movement. People saying, "Hey, look, we would pay for individual seasons." I mean, probably if there's enough, and if they can do it through Game Crafter or whoever does their stuff, I think it's still Game Crafter. Who's going to turn down money, right? I don't know what they would charge per season. Again, I can't really speak to that. All right, let me fix this, and we're going to bring back up Pocket Pennant Run. All right, so Clinton Parks asked about what's the white dice for. Well, okay, I'm going to give you the best explanation possible, given the fact that the rules for version 3 aren't written up yet, but just playing around, I was able to figure it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a box score replay, and we're going to let just the AI just pick a random date in baseball history. Maybe we'll do something a little newer here, though, for everybody. Actually, let's just put in something from 1979. Again, since Dave's here, why not? So let's find a game on May 15th, and I wish it was as warm as it was May 15th, 1979. And again, I'm just pulling that out. Let's see what available games that day. And remember, these showed they're as played. So there we go. So I know Dave has described himself as a casual baseball fan, but he knows his baseball. Let's just pick Red Sox Orioles, because that's always fun. So historical score in this game on May 15th, 1979. Red Sox edged the Orioles 3-2. So let's do this one. Now, to be fair, I mean, it's, I mean, the way Dave is doing it, I mean, Digital Diamond Baseball is a sexier looking game. And I think it does. I mean, just watching Dave's replays, when I can catch his broadcasts, does a great job. In fact, there was one person in the Facebook group that thought, "Hey, Doug, welcome in, man." That thought what Dave was using was the version 3 software. And so I kept saying, no, but Dave typed in all the ratings. He's using Digital Diamond Baseball. So good on you, Dave. They're a little bit of sleight of hand on your part. All right, let's go ahead and we're going to click game day. But I do want to remind you before we get into this, and we're not going to do the whole thing. So there's a little bit of a trick here I just realized. So what's obvious, though, first is that you can alter lineups if you want. So again, these are as played lineups, but some people want to say, well, what if so-and-so batted in this position that day, whatever. You can change batting order and stuff like this. But now here you can also change the starting pitchers, but you don't really have to change, because one of the things, it's one of the minor criticism I've had of the game, but that's been fixed with this update, is dead ball pitchers all have, like, we're talking guys that could pitch for days and days and days, still have a fatigue rating of 7. That's not realistic for the dead ball era. But right now, okay, so let's see. Who do we have pitching here? So we have Eck. All right, so Eckersley has a fatigue of 7. So let's say I want to change home starting pitcher. Okay, well, what I can do, and this is kind of fun, guys, I can select Eckersley, and let's just pretend he's Ed Walsh or one of these guys. And let's say I wanted to give him a fatigue rating of 9. I just click 9. So what I've done is now he's a 9 fatigue. And there you can see this shows up now. So going into the game, so for any of us that play this game, dead ball baseball, there's your fix. You can now create your pitchers having a higher fatigue rating than 7, because this game is merciless. Once you get past that 7th inning, it's going to start downgrading your pitchers. But you got guys like, Iron Man Joe McGinnity, Christy Mathewson, Walter Johnson. These guys pitch double headers, and I mean regularly too, scheduled double headers. But this is a way to just change the starting fatigue rating. So if you're a Deadball fan, 19th century baseball fan, there's your answer. All right. Yeah, exactly. Right, Doug? This was something, again, I love this game to pieces, but I was playing some Deadball and I'm like, really? Chris, these guys didn't get tired after 7 innings. I mean, it just didn't happen. All right, so let's go ahead and go to game day next. All right, so you can see right here, there's some lines. Now, if you've watched me play before, you didn't see these lines. Okay, let me show you. All right, so we go to settings. So if you're playing this normal on both sides, and I save settings are saved, no lines, okay? So basically, when you're playing pocket pennant run normally, so there's no warm-up rules, anything like that, and there's no ranged plays. This is just straight up roll the dice, get the result, right? And with this quality of life update, I showed this the other night again, how nice this is now to record outs, hits, rare plays, whatever. Everything that's in the box is also in this software. But Clinton wanted to know about the white dice. So you guys don't see a white die there, okay? So I go up here to options, and we're just going to go, and we're just going to for batting and fielding. So we're going to click advanced. It says batters tend to hit to the ball, to their pull side, switch hitters spray the ball, fielders must be positioned, and may make ranged plays. Ranged plays are subject to defense penalty if the speed of the runner is, or they're subject to a defensive penalty if their speed is less than A. Okay. So now there's the white die. So everything is kind of ranged up here. And so when a ball is hit to any of these fielders, you're going to see, when I do this, you're going to see the die, and then you're going to see a number, and then you're going to consult which fielder to click on. You can see here, there's a little shift going on. If I turn that off, there's no shift. So let's do a batter up there. Okay, actually he is up there. So Al Bunbury's up there. First little tiny thing is that when the first batter's up, when you're changing, you don't see him. So let's roll. There we go. All right, so we have a 4, okay, coming up here. And automatically this pops up. This is a range play for Fred Lynn in center, and it rolled a 4. And so Freddie Lynn makes the play. This is a fly out to center. So close this, select out, and then you just do F8 and records 1 out, batter up. So each time that's going to do, all right? Again, you're seeing all these range plays. So Rick Burleson, this is a 2. This is just going to be grounder to short. And I have seen some range plays in this. It's pretty cool. All right, so again, we're going to select this. So that's the way to do it. Okay, if you're playing with this. So we see a 10 batter 2. So if we were playing normal, this would be a line out or a double play. But since we're playing this and we got the rooster, yeah, okay, that's basically what the white die the white dice does. Okay, is this is for ranged plays, so it doesn't override what's going on in here, but it is gonna it's gonna just see if your fielder right. So we saw there Freddie Lynn making it, or was it Freddie Lynn? I believe it was. Let me look at my lineup here. Jeez. So they should have picked a pirate game, huh? How about it? Yeah, so it was Freddie Lynn, right? Made that play. So that's what that's for. That's for defensive plays. Now, I'm assuming that here, and we've got to go back up again. And again, guys, I'm making this there we go. There's defensive plays right here. Because the rules haven't been done yet for version 3. Okay. But those are those. That's basically what that white die exists is for. This has a billion windows for range plays. Okay, so I'm going to roll these again. Okay, so this time we rolled a 4, and I don't know. Let me make sure this stayed here. Let's go back to advanced and save things. We're not going to worry about picture advancement. Okay, so this time there's not going to be. Let's do this again. Okay, so we have a batter up here. It's Mark Bellinger. So this time it's just going to be a 4, control 9, and he walks him. He walks him. So we select a hit, and we walk him, and he goes. The other nice quality of life feature here is this yellow line tells you that he's not too fast. He's not too fast. Okay, so if we look at Bellinger, he's a speed of C. So nice to have this visual indicator. Okay, because before you kind of have to guess. You can certainly go over here. Now see, Earl Weaver is not going to call for a steal. And also if I see the catcher's rating, well, his defense is a B. So Bellinger's a C. So he's going to have, there's more of a chance that he's going to get thrown out if you would try a steal. Green is a good bet. He's going to go blue, meh, red, don't even try it. Okay. So let's bring a batter up here. And I don't know why. Maybe I found a little bug here. So we'll see. Let me save these settings. There, the white die is back. Okay. So here we go. We have a 12. So this is going to be on a defense. I believe this is what happens. Okay. And what it will do is actually circle the player. So I was actually wrong about Freddie Lynn. So what will happen is and we'll keep playing until we see a circle. When the circle comes around, you click on him, and then that's when you see this. All right, so bear with me, guys. So this is a 12 from the batter die. This is a 2, and this is just going to be ground ball. All right, so this is going to be a grounder second. So just a 4-3, plain old 4-3. Okay, so ground ball 4-3. There's a better play 4-4, yes, since it was a line out. Okay. So 2-away, he's not going anywhere. Batter up, Eddie Murray. All right. So now it's coming up as a range play. So that will pop up automatically. You notice it didn't do that before. So sometimes it's going to highlight it because it might have to do with the fielder's defense as well. And when it doesn't, and if it comes up with a range play, just follow this. Okay, but let's move this out of the way. Boink, if I can get it. Come here, you. You crazy thing. Okay, got to work on this, guys. Got to fix this so I can move windows. There we go. All right, so we see that this is a 7. This is a left-right 2. All right, so we see that it's a ground ball, possible double play. So this could be a double play, but we're looking at Jerry Remy now at second. So we have to look at number 5. So it is a ground ball. So he makes the play, and basically what we have then is going to be a 4-6-3 double play. That we're just going to do it as a 4-3. Doesn't matter. So just close this. Hopefully they'll add that where that'll. But I don't think there's any other way to do it. And this is going to be a ground ball 4-3, 3 outs. All right, bottom of the first. I want to try to get it where it's highlighting a fielder to show you guys. All right, so who's leading off here is the crime dog, Jerry Remy, who also happens to be a big Beatles fan. All right, notice that no range play came up, no window for a range play. So if you don't see that window, just play it out like this. Just ignore this guy. All right, so again, 9 batter. So we go over to here, and this is a base hit. All right, so we just go up here and just hit base hit. Now we got a runner. Now notice here the blue color underneath. Okay. So Remy's a B. He's got that blue there, so you possibly could steal with him. All right. Let's see what Don Zimmer wants to do. So Don Zimmer's saying, no, we're not going to do that. So let's bring a batter, and let's see if he changes his mind now with Rick Burleson up. Now he's calling for a steal, so let's go ahead and steal. Let's just see what happens. All right. And now see, it's going to ask you, and this is where you've got to make decisions, guys, your own sort of house rules or whatever. My thing is, okay, what would a manager do? This is early in the game. do I really want Remy to try to steal against Rick Dempsey, who's rated an A? So Remy's chances of a successful steal probably not as good. So I'm going to say no. I'm going to override the manager. But if you want to, click yes. If you want to just say, I'm going to go with what the manager says, you can. All right. Anyhow, let's roll this again. Again, no range play. So when that window doesn't pop up, just ignore this, or else you're going to be doing range plays all over the place, right? So we see here, this is an 11 off the batter's die. So we go batter 10, and this is going to be a single with 2 asterisks. So we're going to have runners on first and third. Okay. Boop. There we go. And boy, here come the Red Sox, right? Nobody out, runners at the corners. And here's Freddie Lynn. Another nice quality of life update for this is their actual stats, which is really, really nice to see. And then you can also, when you go to your bench, or I'm sorry, you go to your batter data, these are sortable. And I was playing a game the other night, and it's like, oh, I need to sort around. I need to see who had the best average. Just click up here, and it will sort or reverse sort depending upon what you want to do. So just a nice quick way. So say you're looking for a pinch runner. Well, we see here that Jerry Remy was like the fastest Red Sox, Boston Red Sox player. Okay, back to it, and let's see what we get. Okay, still no range play. So this is an 8 off the batter car or batter dice. I keep saying car because I'm thinking of another game. I'm sorry. All right, and this is going to be a single 2 bases. See, those 2 asterisks tell me that the runners are going to advance 2 bases. So Freddie Lynn is going to pick up an RBI single. All right, so we go up in here, and boom, and it's going to tell me that a run scored, and there we go. All right, now we got batter up. Now we see red. All right, well, Fred Lynn is a speed D in this game, so I'm not going to steal with him, and I'm hoping Don Zimmer would agree. See, he's saying yes. That's the other thing about this. I wouldn't steal. And here's why. I mean, if you want to try steal of home, a speed B is kind of tricky. So I'm going to override that. Okay, let's roll it up. Okay, and this time we have a 3. Okay, so again, there's no range play or anything like that. So this is a control 1, and it's a strikeout. Okay, boop, and there we go. Batter up. Okay, and here we go again. So again, no range play. I think you guys got it now, right? 11. So off the batter die, 9. And this is a single 2 asterisks. So the Red Sox are raising a little bit of hell here. And Bernie's watching this. He should be happy. Red Sox out to a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the first. And we're not going to play a whole game. So, all right. And this is just a 1. It's a strikeout. No range play, obviously, on a strikeout. So that's why those lines are going to disappear. So let's select it out. There we go. And Jim Palmer's going to be happy about that. All right, here we go. Here's George the Boomer Scott with 2 down and a 4-0 lead. There we go. So now we've got to check his defensive rating. This is where it can get a little bit confusing. Because if you're playing by the basic rules, it's going to highlight this fielder. And this is what I was waiting for this to come up. So what you're going to do is you're going to be checking not the white die, but you're going to be checking the defensive role for him. You don't have to go over here like some of the cards and dice game. You have to look in a defensive check or whatever. Here, all you do is just click. All right. And we see that that's a 5. And this is going to be a grounder to short, and that's going to end the inning. So this is ground to short lead runner, but there's 2 down. So this is going to be a 6-3, and that will retire the side. And I'm sure that the Orioles are very, very happy about that. So we go to the top of the second. It's Boston 4, Baltimore nothing. I don't know if you guys have some more questions about this. And again, I'm just going. The other thing is pitching. I guess we should talk about pitching. There's advanced pitching as well for this. So if you go to advanced, which I'm not going to check right now, but it'll say, so pitchers must be warmed up. Okay. So, a lot of us, we play digital baseball. We don't worry about pitcher warm-ups. But again, you can turn that on and out of the park. You can turn on a digital diamond, and just about any digital game baseball out there. So this is no exception. So for here, it says pitchers that are warmed up too little, that is to say less than 3 batters, or warmed too much, more than 6 batters, will be penalized by a drop in level. So if you've had your reliever up in the pen, and and there was only 2 batters that your previous pitcher, let's say your starter, faced, so what's going to happen is he's going to drop 1 on his control rating over here. And if it's too much, his overall pitching rating here will, I'm going to leave this in advance. We'll jump down, or leave this in advance. We'll pop down. I'm going to leave this on normal. Okay. So what happens, and the game automatically does it with cards and dice, you have to remember, just like any cards and dice game that has a drop in fatigue, right? I believe, I don't play Inside Pitch, but I think that you do have a fatigue rating there. I think most of them have that, cards and dice games. What's nice about this is if we kept this game going and Eckersley would somehow get touched up, and Jim Palmer actually is going to get penalized already because of the 4 runs given up. And we'll probably see that when the Red Sox are back up the bat in the bottom of the 2nd inning. This will drop. So when it talks about dropping a whole level, what you'll see is, like, so for right now, we'll just use Eckersley for an example. When he drops a level, right, he'll go from like a pitcher, what is he now? He's a pitcher A. He'll drop to a pitcher B. All these columns will move up. So another nice advantage to the Pocket Pennant Run software, you don't have to remember or write down, oh, geez, Jim Palmer is now a B, or he's a C, or he's dropped 1 grade in control. It will do it for you automatically. So let's play out till we get to Jim Palmer, and we should see a warning that Jim Palmer, he's given up 4 runs, and I think that's where you start getting the hurt and put on you. Okay, so this one's a 4, control 11, and this is going to be a walk. So again, the lines disappear because there's no range play on a walk. Okay, so walks are under hits, and we just do that. All right, batter up. And now we got Lee May here. Lee May, the DH. Okay, and this is a strikeout. So you just ignore everything. When you see a strikeout, right, you don't have to go any further. That's just, it is what it is. Okay, so let's do a strikeout. All right, so we got 1 down, and batter up, here's Billy Smith. Okay, so Billy Smith, again, we didn't see a range play here. So Billy Smith, this is a 10, batter 8, and this one is going to be just a ground ball. This is going to be a ground ball to second, but there's an asterisk, so he's going to advance 1. Okay, so we're going to do this. Select out. Okay, and this is going to be ground ball 4-3, but you got to make sure to pick the asterisk. Now the runner advances. Okay, batter up. I just want to try to get to when the Red Sox are up again. All right, here's Rich Dower. Okay, again, this is a 2. It's a strikeout. So we just select the out, and it's a strikeout. Okay, let me see. Okay, Palmer so far, if he gets touched up for another run, you're going to see this. That's going to drop. Okay, so will Dewey Evans be the one to do it? All right, 2, control 3 is a strikeout. This game moves along fast. Once you get used to it, it moves really, really quickly. Okay, hard hit ball in the gap. The center fielder is fielding the ball. So here we go. So we have a select a hit. But we've got to go. Here we go. So we have a 5 outfield. So we're going to test this out. The outfielder here. This is a weird one. This is new. Okay, this is a hard hit ball in the gap. So we're going to look at, see if we can get to our center fielder here. See if we can get to our center fielder here. And it just says basically select a hit. Okay, so let me hit this here for a second. All right, this guy's a D runner. So now again, this is just going to be a guess because this hasn't been out there yet. Okay, so we're gonna make this a double. There's no player's location selected. Try again. There we go. So hard hit ball in the gap. Let me just see this, man. This is driving me crazy. Okay, current batter is the same as the last batter. Bah. So this is something they haven't written in, and this is the first time I've seen it. And I wish Craig was listening in and say, hey, this is what you do, because it doesn't really tell you. And the help file is not very helpful in that case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the at-bat just to be fair. Hate to do that, but I'm not really sure what to do. Okay, again, here we're going to just check him. He's a 4, and this is going to be just a grounder, so 6-3. Again, if anybody knows, we can do that. So it's because I can't check that. I couldn't check that rating for the center fielder. Okay, see now if I click on Al Bunbury, I can see, but it said select a hit. Anyhow. So what do we see here? A 4. This is a grounder, so this is just going to be a 6-3. So we just do it. If anybody else has run into that, let me know. I've never seen that before because I usually don't play advanced. But Clinton had these questions, and I did want to answer what the white die was for. Okay, again, there's no range play here. So this is an 11 batter 4, and this is just going to be a fly out to left. That tag, there's nobody on. So we just do select out. And, of course, now Jim Palmer is going to be just totally awesome, right? I just want to show you that drop. Okay. Here's Rick Dempsey. 10 off the batter die, 5. And this is just going to be a fly to left. That's simple. Boop. And there we go. Batter up. And here's Al Bunbury. Okay, so again, you see right here, this came up. And just grab over here by the icon. And you can move this to wherever you want it. This is a range play 4, and this is just going to be a fly out to Freddie Lynn in center. So he makes the play. He ranges all the way over, makes the play. All right. So fly ball to center, 2 down. Boop. There we go. Batter up. Here's the pitch to Mark Belanger. Got another range play out there. Poor Freddie Lynn, man. He is busy. This is a 4, and again, it's just going to be a fly to center. So, again, expect some corrections from Craig and everything because I'm playing this blindly. So I ran into a situation I don't know what to do with. Was hitting the gap. It just says select hit. I'm not sure exactly what hit I was supposed to select. So had I not clicked off of it, I probably would have, since I think it was Dower. I think since he was a D, I probably would have just made that a single. But I don't think that you want to actually go by your own judgment. There's probably a rule in here somewhere, but I haven't seen it yet. And again, hopefully, because he said if you read through this, you can kind of figure it out, but I can't really figure it out. So that's one little weird thing, but that's not Craig's fault. It's just we need the new manual, please, for version 3. All right, here's Burleson, his last sum up. He singled. All right, and this is just going to be an 11. And off the batter card is a 5. And this one is going to be fly ball and just going to be tagged. So we're just going to call this a fly out to center F8. Okay. And that is it. So let's do this. All right, boom. There we go. Batter up. Fred Lynn. Last time he singled. All right. So this is a batter 9, and this is a single. Okay. I'm so used to playing just normal, but this is fun. This is interesting. All right. So here we go. We have a 9, and that's off the batter's die, and that's a power check. So then we go to the blue die, which is 6. And this is a double runners advance 2 bases. And we just pick it up here. So 2 in scoring position here, and the Red Sox continue their onslaught. And here's Captain Carl, singled his last time up. We got a range play on Billy Smith at second base. So we're going to look at 5, and this is going to be a grounder, and the runners advance 1 base. Why do I know that? Because I see a G and an asterisk. So the Red Sox are going to score another run. So we go to out, and we come up here, and we look. So the first one, these are all strikeouts. Like a strike them out, throw them out. There's a strikeout and a stolen base, a drop strikeout and drop third strike, and then just your garden variety one. The next one is going to be just all the routine ground ball plays, 2-3, 1-3, 3-1, etc. Now the next one, I know this is a 4-3 with an asterisk. I hit this, that scores a run, and now it's 5-0. Out of the park and Pennant run are progressing very quickly, says Samuel Smith, and very well. Apple Windows seems hesitant to evolve further. Yeah, so Samuel, I was looking at out of the park, or I'm sorry. Oh, you're talking about out of the park. I thought you meant APA. So Baseball for Windows, there is a version 6, but I really I looked at it, and for the era, I mean, I have every season for that from 1871 to 1997. I rarely, if ever, go past, like, I think the latest season I've ever played in there is like 1949. So there just wasn't any significant reason for me to upgrade to version 6. So yeah, but out of the park and Pocket Pen Run, out of the park, they're done patching for this year, so now it's just waiting. But if you guys have been watching Mike Garland with his awesome mods, and I'll use this as a time now to say that Mike and I are going to be coordinating a series, and he's going to be actually walking you guys through this on this channel. This is not meant to build the channel. This is meant to teach people deeper things about out of the park baseball. And Mike might as well be one of the programmers of out of the park baseball. He's going to be taking you guys through deep dives. So we're going to be planning this out. I'll be making some posts, both in the McGreevy Discord as well as the community posts here, and anywhere else, out of the park Discord or whatever. You guys will have plenty of notice. So out of the park players or people who've been interested in out of the park but are a little bit afraid of it, Mike Garland is really good. He and Lansdowne Street, the guides that they wrote for the integrated mod and the other mods were just fantastic. And he was talking us through some stuff the other night because Sean, World's Worst Gamer, was talking about how his 1961 Yankees didn't do so well in 2 go-rounds with out of the park. So Mike will be talking about some deep stuff, but I think when you come out of the series, I don't know, maybe it'll be 2 or 3 of these, because out of the park's a very, very complex game. I already feel, and I knew a decent amount about out of the park baseball, but Mike's taught me so much more, and I think it would be awesome for you guys to check it out. All right. So we got 2 down here, and I got to bring a batter up. All right. And here we go. It's a range play for Eddie Murray. I'm going to look at this 5. Now, this is a ground ball lead runner, but I'm not going to worry about that lead runner because Eddie's making the play. All right. So this is just going to be basically 3 unassisted. So when you to look for a 3 unassisted, you're going to, that's the next column over here. And I just look for GB3U, and that is 3 unassisted. Okay. Top of the 4th. All right. Eckersley's going to face Ken Singleton here. Fielder's choice last time. Okay. And this is a control 4. So we're going to go to 11, and this is going to be a walk. Okay. Remember, walks are under hits. Okay. Batter up. And here comes Eddie Murray. Last time grounded out, 4-3. Okay. And this is a 12 off the batter die. So we go over here. We see this 6. And this is a fly out tag. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't think, though, that Ken Singleton is going to go anywhere as being a C runner. Okay. So I'm going to just, but I like to keep just doing that anyhow, just so I'm in the habit. Okay. So here's John Lowenstein. All right. And Lowenstein, this is going to be an 8 left, right, 3. And this is going to be a ground ball double play. So we're going to have a 4-6-3 inning ending double play. So we select it. And then for double plays, there they are. 4-6-3. Bang. And Lowenstein tried to beat the throw. That'll sometimes happen. Out. Okay. It doesn't look like Jim Palmer. Yep, Jim Palmer has dropped to a B, actually. So when I remember now, when I started, this card actually shifted up. I didn't catch it. I think it was after the 4th run. But Palmer's now a B pitcher. He's no longer an A pitcher. So you can see you're going to start losing, and the more they go down, right? So let's say he would drop to I guess a D pitcher. You'd have one control left, and then the rest are going to be defensive plays, left, rights, and off the batter card, and you just keep moving up. So the game automatically does that for you. All right. Here is George Scott. All right, so George Scott, we got a batter 11, and this is a single. So, and again, we see that red indicator, and we look. Boomer was in there for the stick, man. Right? Okay. So here's Dewey. Now we got a range play on Al Bunbury. We're going to check that. That's a 4, fly out to center. So that's what we do. Fly out to center. So if we would have looked at that, you would see that like on a higher dice roll, Bunbury doesn't get to the ball or what have you. But in this case, fly out to center. So we would just do a fly out to center. Okay. So 1 away. And here's Gary Allenson. His last time up, he grounded out short to first. And this is a strikeout. So when you see a 1, now if Palmer would have gone down another grade, this would be different. So just to show you, so let's say control, he dropped another grade to a grade C. This control here would now be on our dice roll of 1. So then it would have been a control, and I'd have to look at 8, and he would have walked him. So that little bit makes a big difference. But Jim Palmer reaching back and picks up the strikeout. Okay, oh, there we go. All right, so 2 away, runner still at first. We're back to the top of the order. Jerry Remy, he singled and flied to left in this game. All right, and this one is going to be a left-right 8, and that's going to be a single, just basic garden variety single. Nothing fancy. 2 on, and man, these Red Sox are tough. All right, this one is going to be a left-right 3. And this is going to be just a 5-3. That's it. Or we could do it as a 5-4, 5-3, whatever. So let's just call it we can just call it a ground ball 5-4. That will probably work. Or ground ball 5-3, doesn't matter. It's 5-3, I guess, is what we're going to do. That's it. Okay. That's basically it. I don't know what else to answer as far as wow, geez, 12 people. To answer about this, that's how you use it. It will remind you there's a range play, so do it. Otherwise, if it highlights the player, if you see a circle, you're going off the blue die, which is a defensive roll. Okay, it's going to show his defense, and when you have that, you don't have to remember it's the blue die. You just got to look at what you rolled, and boom. Okay. All the yellow die means here under defense roll. This confuses a little bit of people. For some people, you can see here the positions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 4, 6, 8. These will change for the pitchers. Okay. But that's if you're just, but you have the indicator in the software. So you usually don't have to look at these just when you're playing. I've never had to. All right, so there we go. The line, we know this is strikeout. There's no range play. There's no nothing. It's just a strikeout. Let's see. Don't forget, man, sexy score sheet in this game. There you go. All right. Let's just close all these tabs because we don't need the website up anymore, I guess. All right. Batter up. And what do we got here? We got Billy Smith. So last time grounded to second. All right. So there we go. Now we have a range play, but we also have so out here to Dwight Evans. So it's a 6. Dewey makes the catch. Fly ball to right. That's it. Okay. Even though it highlighted him because it pops up as a range play, this is what you're going to default to. If it's a defensive roll, a defensive check, that's when you're going to use the blue die, and it will remind you. You will actually see a blue die, and what the roll result is. So we see here, this is a 6, so this is a fly out. The tag question mark only is good if there's a runner on. Okay, so we're going to call this one fly to right. This game is so straightforward. $15. $15 for the $14.99, yeah, for the print and play version, and $24.99 for the physical version. And in both versions, you get this software, which is much more than just the game. There's so much you can do with this game to enhance Pocket Pennant Run. All right, batter up. All right, Rich Dower. Dower last time he struck out, so it wasn't Dower that had that hard hit. I forget who it was now. I could probably look. All right, 11. So we see it's a batter. Batter 10, and this is a single. So he gets a 2-out single. All right. Boop. Much better. By the way, you can, let me show you guys something here. I'm going to go to select out. I'm not going to change anything, but you can see a lot of things are covered here, but you'll notice that some things aren't covered. So triple plays aren't covered in this game. You would think until you go over to here. Boop. There you go. So rare as they are, you can do it right here. Okay. So you can set up your double plays here for, fielders, fielder 1, fielder 2, fielder 3. If you have a triple play, whatever. So you can still do the old way, and that's the same way with hits as well. And all your outs are right here. But what Craig did is these are the most common outs you're going to find in baseball. You just click the button once and you're done, which I love that. Okay, I think we need a batter. Yes, we do. Okay, here's Rick Dempsey. Rick Dempsey last time flew out to left field, and this is going to be a strikeout. So Eckersley bringing it down the pipe there. We got a strikeout. All right. Here we go. Moving right along. And what do we got? We got Fred Lynn. We can also look here. So we can see that, we got Freddie Lynn, Jim Rice on deck, and then Carl Yastrzemski in the hole. So kind of nice for a quick look at your lineup. You can look at your bench. It's important here. Finally, I'm showing a game that does this. So, guys, if you play Pocket Pennant Run, and you are strictly, I know Clinton Parks used to do this. I don't know if he still does. But so let's say you have to go to a pinch hitter and you want the pinch hitter that actually appeared in this game on May 15th, 1979. Well, we can see right here that Jim Dwyer came in as a pinch hitter. So you don't have to use Jim Dwyer if you don't want to. You can use anybody here that's not in the lineup, obviously. Okay. For pitchers, let's look at that too, because I think this is really, really nice stuff. So if you go to your bullpen, we can see here for the Baltimore Orioles that Earl Weaver went to Don Stanhouse in this game. So again, if you want to play strictly that way, go to him. Also, let's say you're playing a team you're not familiar with. Say the 1964 White Sox. I don't even know who was on the 1960. Minnie Minoso, maybe, right? But I don't know them. So if I'm playing a season replay or whatever, I'm going to be like, okay, this guy was in the game. This is the reliever I'm going to go to. All right. So, and again, pitching data here and everything's sortable. So I just do a quick boom here. And we see here that Mike Flanagan for the 1979 Baltimore Orioles was 23-9. So there's Scott McGregor, the guy who actually pitched the only no-hitter I've ever had in baseball here. Okay. Anyhow, let's have a little bit more fun. Okay, so who do we have up here? So Freddie Lynn. All right, so we look at the red die. It's a batter 2 off the yellow die. So this one is just going to be ground ball, and we're going to call this a ground ball to second. Okay. No range play on this thing because it's going to come up range play. Now, where I could be wrong is if this is meant to be, if this 5 comes up here, then that's something that Craig would have to fix in the software because there's nothing that tells me that window, if that window doesn't come up, it could still be a range play. So, but the thing is it a range play to second? That's not clear. So maybe that's got to come in the instructions. So I don't want to call this a bug or anything like that. I'm going by if a range play window comes up and there's no range play. This thing has a billion windows and there's no, you can see them there. You'll have 5 windows open by the time you're playing a game. This thing's not memory intensive though, so I'm just playing this as straight up. All right. So this is just going to be a basic 4-3. Is all this is going to be. All right. So let's do that. All right. And again, I will revise the video or do another video once the new manual comes out. Oops, I should have hit batter up. There you go. Oh, better. Okay. Here's Jim Rice. Hard hit ball in the gap. The left fielder is fielding the ball. Okay. So now I've got to select a hit. And again, now I've run into this and I'm not sure what to do in this situation. So Craig, I'm going to actually write to him and I'll let you guys know in an update how to handle this. I have no bloody idea unless I'm going off the charts. So let's see. So this is a 9 batter 12. Let's see if this works. This is a park check 7. So park and power are the same. Okay, so here it is. It's a double with 3 asterisks, but I'm just going to, yep, boom. There we go. So that's how we can solve that until I figure it out, because it's like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? So it seems to me that you still have to go off the dice result. So maybe it's trying to do an exciting play there or something. I have no idea. Okay, Jim Rice's speed B. Does Don Zimmer want to try something gutsy here? No, I didn't think so. All right. So here's Carl Yastrzemski. He is singled and grounded out. All right. So we have a 3 here, but this isn't calling range play. So this is what I'm going to show you guys. All right. So this is Mark Belanger. And you see up here it says blue die. All right. So a 5 was rolled, and this is a ground ball lead runner. Okay. So I'm going to go to this. All right. And then we're gonna find ground ball 6 lead runner. See, GBL-6-6- question mark. Runner on second holds, play at first. So that's how you deal with that. In the older versions of this game, it wasn't, the way you handled it was a little bit less elegant. You could still do it. All right, batter up. Batter up. 10 people watching me click around here. All right, here's Butch Hobson. Butch Hobson struck out and grounded out 3 unassisted. Jeff Hunter, how you doing? Good to see you, Jeff. All right, so again, guys, lines disappear. This is not a range type play. Control 2. It's a strikeout, so Jim Palmer's still bringing it here, and that will be an inning-ending strikeout. I guess we'll keep going here for a while because what else is there to do? All right, so we got Al Bunbury. We're back at the top of the order for the Baltimore Orioles in 1979. He's flown to center twice. All right, here we go. It's a range play on Dewey. So we're going to look at the 4, and it's a fly out. But see down here, so there could be a single, there could be 2 errors. If he misses on the range play, if there was a runner on, it could be a fly ball. Do you want him to tag? So trying to simulate that Evans had to really, cover some acreage for this ball. And so you might have a runner on second. Do you want him to try to stretch? So that adds another dimension to the game. All right. But as it is, this is just a fly to right. So select him out. Bunbury flies out. All right. So batter up, 1 away for Mark Belanger, who has walked and flown to center. And he's going to swing and a miss on this pitch from Dennis Eckersley. So we should see how many strikeouts Dennis Eckersley has in this game. Let's have a look here at our score sheet. We can look at the box score too, but I think this thing is just sexier. So far, let me see. So Jim Palmer has struck out 5, as has Dennis Eckersley. So as you would expect from these 2 great pitchers here, good pitchers duel coming up. All right, batter up. And it's Ken Singleton. Singleton fielder's choice in a walk in this game. Okay. And this is going to be an 8, left, right, 5. And this is basically just going to be a fly out to right. Okay. Left 9. 3 outs. Okay. I just want to get to the 7th because I want you to see the fatigue thing work. All right. George Scott. And he grounded out and singled. All right, so we have a 6 left, right, and this one is a 3. This is a ground ball. This is going to be a 6-3 because there's no double play, nobody on. So grounder to short. There we go. And Belanger up with it and fires onto first. One away for Dewey Evans. Dewey Evans struck out, flown to center. And this time, this is a control 3 and strike 3. Strike 3. So both pictures taking some control of the game. Here's Gary Allenson now. Allenson grounded to short, struck out in the game. Okay. And we have an 11. And this is a batter 3. And this is going to be ground ball 3rd. And we'll just do a 5-3. Okay, going to the top of the 7th inning. And it's 5-0. So right now, Dennis Eckersley pitching a 1-hit shutout. All right, here's Eddie Murray. Eddie Murray's grounded to second, flown to center in the game. All right. And this is going to be so right here. So I see it's a defense check, but also because our defender here is circled. So I'm going to use the blue die, and this is going to be a 5-3 put out. Again, the game, it looks prettier, seeing it on Digital Diamond, but you do miss the cards. You miss the actual cards. And as you can see, these will change for everybody. So watch Eddie Murray's card when I do batter up. That's changed. Fact Sports Desk with Paul. Hey, Paul. He says, hi, great to see you showing this. Played 300 games testing it. Oh, is this Paul Fay? Hey, Paul. Did I work out the pitcher warming? So I haven't worked with pitcher warming yet. I'm still getting to grips with playing advanced as far as defense goes, and it's pretty fun. There's a couple things that are a little bit unclear to me, but I think I'm getting a handle on it. So yeah, so you're going to be demonstrating this later today. I've got to subscribe. I think I'm subscribed to your channel. Let me do that right now really quickly, but I think I am. And if not, I'm going to subscribe right now. So I do want to check it. I'll be at work, but I will check it out because, guys, Paul was one of the beta testers for this game. And, a lot of his suggestions, of course, of the community, but Paul did the work. Playing 300 games, huh? How about it? Oh, Game 7 of the 1960 World Series, a game after my heart, my friend, being a Bucco fan. Let me subscribe to your channel here really quickly. I think I have, but maybe not. Maybe not. All right. I hate the way YouTube does. So I use StreamYard, and I actually have to go into YouTube and onto my broadcast just so I can subscribe. I mean, I could do it other ways, but while you're here. All right. And let me do this. Oh, it doesn't do it. So I'll just do it this way. That's all right. It used to be with YouTube that you could subscribe to somebody's channel right from there, but they took that away. Morons. There we go. There he is. Good smiling face there. Oh, I am subscribed to you already. So cool. Yeah, I see. So I subscribed with the bell because you did a baseball game. I'm just going to do all because I don't want to miss anything. I'm not a fan of other sports, but I see you do some football or what other people call soccer. So guys, give it up for Paul. Seriously. Good guy. Craig Hayes, you found so many bugs. He's proud of the game now, and he should be. So the range play thing is just a little bit weird, Paul. Maybe you can answer this question. So the way I've been playing this with the advanced rules is if I see that window come up, it's a range play. If it doesn't come up, I'm playing it as it would be a regular defense check. Is that correct? Because there's no new manual for this game yet. And so I'm really, Craig's last thing was last year. He said, yeah, just kind of read through it and you'll figure it out. Okay, so I got it correct. Thank God. I don't want Craig or Matt beating me up. Coming next, tabletop assistant. Wanted to play using one button touchscreen. Nice. You're doing the manual. Good, Paul. Paul, you're probably not. Let me ask you this off the record. off the record. So one of the big things, because I want to do cross era play big time. That's like my jam, right? Do you think, in your opinion, unofficially, off the record, Craig and Matt, I am asking this just Paul's opinion. Do you think that we'll see something like a lineup generator eventually through team management, the team management part of it? Because I really don't feel like going through Baseball Reference and doing lineups by hand if I don't have to, when just about every other baseball game out there generates lineups. Because, I mean, a lineup generator already exists in quick play baseball. So I was just wondering, just an opinion, again, do you think that's something that's coming? If you don't feel like answering, I totally get it. I totally get it. You'd be able to play any game without any PPR things in it. Oh, cool. That's nice. So that's coming next is Tabletop Assistant. People are going to go nuts for that. So I like what Craig and Matt are doing, because Mark Cohen really blazed trails with Digital Diamond Baseball. So good to see some competition. Always healthy, right? Let me tell you what, Paul, this game has become one of my favorite baseball games. It really has. I love it. There's something crazy addicting about it. All right. Here's Lowenstein now. And here's the pitch. All right. So, guys, once again, it's already, so it's circled. I'm going to check here, and we have for Dwight Evans. Okay. Now, this is showing me here just, it's showing me, in other words, the range play didn't come up here at all. So I don't have anything to reference to. So I'm just going to look here, and this is a fly ball to right, and he's out. He's out. I love how Paul, I don't know if this was one of your suggestions or not, but I love how the quick outs are right there. It's brilliant. Love it. All right, here's Lee May. Lee May in this game has whiffed twice against Eck. All right, Eckersley deals, and this is out to left field, and there's a player at the location. This is one of those persistent little bugs. There he is. There we go. All right, fly ball to left, because he's positioned over here. But that's not a little, it's a little, man. It's a feature. It's a feature. It's a feature. All right. Now, here we go. Top of the seventh. And let's see. Does Earl want to go with a pitcher? Nope, he does not. Okay. Hey, Dwayne. How you doing, man? Yeah, so Paul's saying that he loves Digital Diamond, but no syntax to learn here. No, none at all. And in fact, the guy that just comes in, Dwayne, I'll have to look. No, I didn't. That's an email I don't check a lot. I'm gonna IM you in Facebook or whatever, and give you the email I check every day, my friend. Yeah. So what I'm asking really, Paul, is if there's any way Craig could put in a lineup generator, just because. I mean, it's not a bad thing to have Baseball Reference on one screen, and just, because you guys know in Baseball Reference, you can pick like a club and you can look at the lineup they used most, the manager used most of the time. But lineup generators work really nicely. It works great in Action PC. If you're not playing an as played season or what have you. So cool. Craig's about to join. He's gonna be telling me some bad. You got it all wrong, man. I'm really flying in the dark here with the advanced setting, but I really like it. So, yeah, I will check it, Dwayne. Okay. Oh, you said. Oh, thank you, man. Oh, thank you. Is this to get me to place more Digital Diamond on the channel? Because, dude, you're the guru of Digital Diamond baseball. You really, really are. But thank you, Dwayne. Thank you very much. All right, guys, we got Jerry Remy up here. The crime dog has singled, flied to left, and he has two singles. So yeah, 2 for 3. All right, crime dog. Here we go. Hopefully, a fun play will come up if Craig comes in. Nope, it's a strikeout. So let's check in on this beautiful score sheet. I love this, and guys, as you can see, let me make this a bit larger. This will update. This keeps updating, so you don't have to keep it open or anything. But I've never seen like this kind of feature where you have this really, really, really cool kind of score sheet here, you know, that just keeps track of everything. Print this puppy out. And again, as I've said many times before about Pocket Pennant Run Baseball, what you want to do with it is up to you. If you want to play it out as a game and you want to play just basic or play advanced, you can do that. Do you want to do this for creating? I know there's somebody, it could be Paul, and he said he wanted the one-touch play. There's a couple different guys doing some cross-era play, and I'm assuming, obviously, they had to input their own lineups. You can play it like that. You can play it as a kind of stripped down, or use it as a kind of stripped down baseball reference. It's still very good, right? Because you can be creating teams, and I want to check something, and you can do that in this. Do you want to play a game of APBA, but you want something where you don't want to be dealing with paper? You can actually go into manual entry in this game and literally enter everything just like you would if you were playing a cards and dice game. Do you want to there's just so much you can do with this. And you know, Craig and Matt, for $14.99 for the print and play, or $24.99 for the physical game, and access to this brilliant piece of software, they're basically giving this away. So let's continue. All right, here's the rooster now. So Burleson in the game. He's a single, fly to center, and fielder's choice. So 1 for 3 in the ball game. Here's the pitch. This is a 3, and it's control 12. And hit batsman. Look out, Jim Palmer. Jim Palmer hits the rooster. All right. So, yeah, wrong one. There we go. Select hit by pitch. All right. Another thing, Paul, that I really like, this jumped out immediately to me when I installed this new version on Sunday night, was the fact that you have an indicator here without, right? It's just nice to have that indicator. Oh, I see green or blue or whatever. If I see yellow or red, if I see red, this guy's not going anywhere. I don't, again, we could always just click here and see, but nice quality of life improvement. Yes, you can export PDF and Excel too. So as I've said before, if you guys want to play this in GreenFox, what's really nice is it exports directly to GreenFox and will keep up to date with GreenFox, which I've shown once on this channel. This was before version 3 came out, and I was playing Pocket Pennant Run using GreenFox because I don't like using paper and stuff like that. It's a waste. Yes, I'm a tree hugging hippie. What can I say? So you can do that. You could just print out the score sheet and go play your favorite baseball game if you want. Even if you even want to use this as a score sheet generator, I mean, I would hope you'd want to do it more. I think they've really thought of so much here in this game. All right, so we got a runner on first. Let's bring your batter up. Let's see what Don Zimmer says now. I mean, 5-run lead. Why not take a chance? Nope. Oh, Popeye, he doesn't want anybody to steal bases. All right, here's Freddie Lynn. He's 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Also grounded to second. All right, here is the wind in the pitch by Jim Palmer. And this one is going to be a control 7 on Palmer. And Palmer walks him. So Jim Palmer already in a world of hurt here. Let's bring up a batter here. So Paul's saying he's a big fan of Digital Diamond. It is. I don't play it enough, and I really should. I feel badly. I don't think it is, Paul. I would have to get out of it, and we can get out of this game now. I think everybody's seen enough. So I'll tell you what, I'll save it, and I'll finish it at some point. There we go. All right, let's jump out of this, and I'll show you why I think it's missing. So let's close a whole bunch of windows. And let's just go to here. So if I go to team management, and I'm going to just select the 1934 St. Louis Cardinals, one of my all-time favorite teams. So right here, see, I've got to put in a lineup, and I would really, because the lineup generator does exist in this game, but I can't. I would actually have to create the lineup by hand. So he says you can't enter all this yet from tabletop. App still does auto steals on. It's such a true when tabletop system as you can. Cool. Yeah. It would really be. It would have been nice to have that, but it's no big deal. I mean, again, it's go to Baseball Reference, right, and just see what lineup was used most of the year. If I'm playing cross era play, what have you, it's fine. Because I'd like, and again, I could do just print game, play a game day thing where I could just put the 34 Cardinals against the 71 Bucks. And that lineup's going to be generated. But let's say I wanted to do a tournament, or I wanted to do a season of teams from all different eras of baseball. And let's say even if it's just 16 teams, I don't know that I want to really put together lineups for 16 teams and rotations and stuff like that. But that being said, that's not a criticism of this game for everything I can do. I'm doing 1908 offline on this game. Hey, Craig Harris, there he is, guys. Here is the man. Okay, he says, working on adding this as one of the options in the next update. Craig, oh my God, this is like, so what you said on the tin, the update you cannot do without, you're absolutely right. This is just already taken this great game. And I mean, I said this in the Facebook group, man, this is great. Thank you. So guys, say hello to Craig Harris. He, along with Matt McKeever, are the developers. So this is Craig's baby here. This the Pocket Pennant Run Manager that does everything. So I love the fact too. This is amazing. I love this thing. So let's close this. So for me, actually, I didn't have to close that at all. If I go to team management and if I do add a team, check this out. I can create a team in this game and I can mix and match from all of these databases that are in here. There are 8 databases. This thing is just gigantor, right? So I could maybe mix and match. I could put in some Negro Leaguers along with some Deadballers and put some. I could get Dottie Hinson in here from the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League. Pretty much any league that you can imagine, if it's covered by these, in these 8 databases, you can do it. So you're not restricted to just, 1920 to 2024, and actually it's 2023, right? You can mix and match everything and create teams. So if you have the Appa Bats rosters, if you have something in another game like an all-time greats franchise set, you can recreate it right in here. And the ratings are done for you and everything. It's brilliant, man. It's brilliant. So, yeah. So as for that, comes sort of misunderstood. So yeah. So I know I sound like a show. I got to tell you guys, I am not part of the Pocket Pennant Run company. It's 2 guys. It's Craig and Matt. And I know I sound like a show for this game, but when I see a good baseball game, I'm going to push it hard when I can. The only one I don't push hard is Digital Diamond because Dwayne Martz does a much better job. So now, so I don't have to backtrack. What the white die is for doing that determines range plays, Clinton. So I would have to start a new game. Oh, absolutely, Craig. We appreciate it. I mean, it's gratifying to me as just a user of the game to see the community growing. I've noticed on a lot of my broadcasts, more people are coming in to watch this than they are to watch like some other games that are equally excellent but do different things, like Out of the Park and Action PC Baseball and stuff. So I do want to see. So just save it in the backup file in Digital Diamond. Oh, okay. So yeah, so that white die, Clinton, you have to in the game. I'll show you. We'll just do one real quickly here. If Craig's here, he can correct me, but Paul said I was doing it right. So he's working on the new manual. All right, we're just going to go to box score replay again. And great thing here is pick and print. I usually don't touch this. I love this, man. This has been around for a while. You can keep clicking this till you find something you like. I'm a Deadball guy. I already went past Deadball. So, Craig, thank you, by the way, for you get to retire. You can retire to have your breakfast now, Craig. So you're awesome. Paul, thank you very much. We're looking forward to the new manual, and thank you on behalf of the Pocket Pennant Run community, and I'm sure for Craig and Matt for your amazing work beta testing this. And also Dave Gardner has been a beta tester for this game as well. So cheers to Paul and Dave for doing that. Dave was with us earlier tonight. All right. Clinton, we're going to do a game here from 1970, Cubbies Pirates, let's say. All right. So we're going to play this. All right. What I wanted to say, Craig, is I love the fact that we can change pitcher fatigue rating now. If you heard me on releases previous to this, it was like, okay, Deadball pitchers only have a fatigue rating of 7. Didn't make sense to me. So being able to have, guys like McGinnity or Mathewson or Walter Johnson have a higher fatigue rating makes more sense. Thank you for that. And I showed them a little trick how to even do it with a starting pitcher. Being able to alter lineups is a lot of fun too. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so Clinton, when you go into the game, so when you see these lines, you know that you're playing you go up here to options, settings, you know that you're playing advanced batting and fielding, okay? Pitching, you're not going to see anything change except for if you're warming up pitchers. I haven't really messed with that yet, but it's really self-explanatory. So here's the white die. And with Craig here, hopefully he will say, yep, you got it right. Okay, so basically the game is still going to play the same, all right? So we got Fergie Jenkins. All right, Matty Lou leading off here for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Love the fact, again, that not only the stats are here, but also you have sortable stats here. Makes it nice to look through here when you're looking for a pinch runner, pinch hitter, what have you. Superb quality of life updates for this game. All right, let's go ahead and roll the dice. All right, so there will be a window here, Clinton, that will pop up that will say range play. Okay, so one didn't pop up, and so Paul confirmed that I was doing this correctly. So there's no range play. So we're going to treat this as, all right, it's a 12 off the batter die. It's a 1. And this is just going to be a 3 unassisted. Okay. When this will come up, you will see a window that says range play. It will tell you the fielder's name. And then you will get a row of numbers, and you'll consult this die is my understanding of how this works. Okay, and the other ones I explained earlier. Okay, Paul's the backbone of testing and brainstorming a lot of these new features, and they're excellent, man. They're excellent. So anyhow, but what I wanted to ask Craig while he's here, so we got lucky. So Craig, I'm going to triple check because I already checked with Paul. So I'm not paying attention to this as a range play because this didn't come up with a range play, right? So this is going to be a batter 1. I'm just going to treat this as a 3 unassisted and ignore this. Is that correct? So you can just keep hitting the die roll until you get the range play come up. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get a range play to come up. You'll see it. So this is not a range play. When you see this is different. So when the fielder is circled, Clinton, you're just going to click here. All right. And so this is a 9. We're going to get a 9. So this would have been a fly to left. Okay. Yes, you will get season stats as you play. It keeps track of stats. And as an added bonus, just like Out of the Park Baseball and Action PC Baseball and Baseball for Windows, what have you, you can actually go in and do all kinds of things, search stats, whatever, everything like that in the games that you play. Yes, it tracks stats. So this isn't just you play the game and it's over. As I said, I'm playing 1908 in this offline, and I'm just like chuffed now that the pitcher thing is fixed. I can finally play some Deadball. Yes, it tracks stats. All right, so we see here's a fly to Billy Williams. So again, we're not looking at this. We're not looking at the white die because this isn't a range play. This is a defense check. Okay, and I know that just because this circle, I don't even have to look here. I know that this is a range check or a defense check. So I see here that it's a 9. I'm going to look at Billy Williams' card. There's nobody on, so you ignore this T plus, right? And this is just a fly out to left. That's it. Another nice elegant bit here is I just go in here, not a lot of, for quick plays, boom, and it's done. But the other thing you can do, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but there's more people, is you're going to have other sorts of plays that are not normal plays in baseball. So like a liner to short triple play. If you look back here, there's not any triple plays at all. These are the most common plays in baseball that you're going to find defensively. But over here, this allows for triple plays and weird plays and stuff like that. So, and this was the old way of doing things. But it's cool to just be able to go bang and I'm done. All right. So we got one out. We're just going to keep rolling this till we get a range play. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Let's just bring up another batter. We'll just keep rolling it till we get a range play. You'll see it. It'll come up at some point. These players like, stop it. So pass ball. So if you go to, is it? No, it's not. So what I've been doing is I'm just treating those. No, they're not in here. But I'm just doing those as wild pitches. I know in baseball they're treated differently. Okay, I know a pass ball is not a wild pitch, but in that situation, if he throws a wild pitch, it's a wild pitch. So, come on, now I had like 3 range plays in the last game. Now nobody's doing it. What the hell? One will come up, Clinton. There we go. It happened. Range play. Okay, so now, Clinton, we have a range play in Billy Williams in left, and we're not using this. We're using this. Unfortunately, nothing exciting. It's a fly out. So Billy Williams, man, he is charging toward the foul line, and he makes a run and grab, and it's a fly out to left. So there's the result. Okay, that's it. That's pretty much all. How am I doing, Craig? Hope I'm doing all right here. And then it gives you a little number here that's the result. You can see it down here. So if you don't want to look down here, you can look up here. All right. Thanks, Craig. Whew. When you got the creator of a game here, man, you got to make sure you're doing it right. Oh, yeah. So I showed that. So this is nice. I'm going to show it again because we got 12 people hanging out, man. I'm going to show you guys something really, really super cool. Check this out. Before, when you bought this game, you would have to, go in and print out the cards, do whatever. Check this out. You can do these rosters, player cards, and team cards. So we'll just keep this modern for you folks. Okay, so just from the modern database for Major League Baseball, just here, every single card from 1920 to, 1923, 2024 will be out in a later update. As Craig promised, this will be forever free updates, seasons, all that stuff. So we were just playing in 1970. So we'll click up 1970 here. And we're going to make this just a bit bigger. I hate the way that I should have opened this in. There you go. There's everybody. So these cards, and let me just do this the cheaty way here. There we go. So these cards that you're seeing here, and these are ready to just print and play. And Craig, I want to also compliment you. And this is coming from a sleight of hand artist, sleight of hand magician. We're picky about the cards we use. The card stock that comes with the print and play, or the physical version of this game, guys, is amazing. It's amazing. And there were some questions, Craig, about you guys maybe doing some special other kinds of cards too. And I don't know how that works, because I guess Game Crafter does those. But fantastic card stock, guys. If I could figure out how to do some sleight of hand, a magic effect with those cards, they're that good. So anyhow, so you see the cards here, guys. These cards are what's basically everything condensed, but it's what you're seeing in the Pocket Pennant Run software. But now you don't have to create the teams. If you're a seasoned replayer, you can go right to this directory, and you will get that in your email when you purchase the game, and you have it. And what's nice here, of course, is all the color coding. I think this was, I forget which update this came in, if this was Helix or Goji. I can't remember now. Sorry. I know it wasn't Lemmy or Lenny. But there it is. There's the whole season. Card backs, everything, man. And you got extras as well to fill in. So everybody is here. Everybody is here. And I think that's great. Every season. And lest you wonder, yes, it's for all, it's it's for 7 or 6 of the databases. So the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League is not in here. And there's one more missing. Is it in, or no, not NCAA. There's one other one missing, but come on. You know what? This is great. They didn't have to do this. They did. Saves you a lot of work. And you can select with or without card backs. Yes, you can. Exactly. So, yeah. There they are. There it is, man. And then again, if you want to do there, of course, and again, I had to get on here off screen, but it saved you will get a code, password, log in here, and I'm not sharing it with anybody, of course. But there's the update, which is actually, if you guys do buy this, it's an update, but it's actually, this is a full install of the game. So this is like, you're not going to, this isn't a patch. So this supersedes, and if I were to bring up the old one, you would see the difference and why. Okay. Don't know what else to say as far as the downloads. With what you're getting, and again, I would say, I showed you guys before the mats. So if you play this strictly cards and dice, buy the mats. If you just play modern era baseball, buy them. Let me show them to you again, because I think they deserve it. I bought both just because I don't have a life. So let's go to the shop. I want you to see these game mats. These are nice. And let's give Deadball era some love here for a change. All right, and make this nice and big for you. So in the physical game, when you buy it, you get these cards. But if you're like me and you have cats or what have you, and so this picture doesn't do it justice. These mats are nice. They're vivid. They'll last you forever, as long as you don't, like, I don't know, use them as a, as an extra sail out on Lake Erie or something. They're really, really well made. Everything you need is right here in Clinton. I already explained rare plays way earlier. So your rare plays are on here. Everything for base running, all of that here. This one is for Deadball. And then there's one for, there's the modern era one. So if you buy everything, so this is $20. So let's say you're not like me. You only play Deadball. I bought them both anyhow. So what do we got here? So let's round everything up. $45 for $45. You get the sexy mat with everything here that you don't have to muck about with. All right. You get a bunch of great teams out of the box to play already pre-printed. If you don't want to do any of that, the other stuff yet, to get used to the game, very, very friendly. You got a lot of real estate here to, have your batting order, move your cards around. You cards and dice guys know all this stuff already. It's a big mat. It's 16 by 10. So you got plenty of room. It's worth it. But you know what? If you don't have the money, for $15, you're getting a database, which is just absolutely like mega huge. It's mega huge. How huge? Well, I'll tell you here. Let's. I want to find the how big this thing is, man. That's not it. There we go. I'm looking right at it. So right now, the database as it exists, guys, is over 316,000 players, nearly 200,000 as-played lineups that you can print out, pre-filled scorecards, generate custom roster cards, simulate seasons, and so much more. It's great. Look at that, man. And 196,000 games with as-played lineups. And as I've shown you, if you're playing a strict replay, you can see who pinch hit in that game, who pinch run, who was relief pitcher, what have you. You can't go wrong with this thing. You really can't. Let me see it. Matt, yeah, he did. These mats are incredible. They're incredible. I saw them. Like, I have to have. The only thing I didn't buy were the scorebooks, because I knew I wouldn't be playing, pen and paper or whatever. But the scorebooks are really, really nice too. But guys, and I'm not saying this just because the developers here. I've said this many times, and Craig is. I think this is only the second time he's ever been on this channel. We really, really, really need to support indie developers. And frankly, Appa and Strat, the two dinosaurs, you know what? I welcome companies like Pocket Pennant Run that are putting out a really an excellent product and talk about value. And, they could have chosen to go the Strat model and like sell seasons and not complete seasons. We know that, and create this artificial kind of supply and demand thing where you see people every year begging, oh geez, I hope Strat puts out 19XX season. It's here. And it plays a damn good game of baseball. It's still evolving. But this is great. And I'm putting as much time into this game as I am with Out of the Park Baseball. So that should tell you something. Because I have about, I think, 90 hours in Out of the Park Baseball this year. I think I have about 60 in this. So that's a lot. I've hardly touched Action PC this year, and I love Action PC. So support it, guys. So for all of this, for what you're buying here, you can't even buy one season of Strat or Appa for this entire mammoth game that fits in the palm of your hand. Take 2 decks of poker cards, put them perpendicular to your palm, and that is the size of the box. And it's great, man. I shall gush forever about this game. It's awesome. Okay. Favorite XL model or Green Fox? So I'm not sure either, Clinton, but remember, you don't need those with this, because this is really a self-contained ecosystem, and right, it is. Green Fox is awesome. Mike, I forget his last name, who's a developer for Green Fox. I think he made a great product. But with this, I don't need Green Fox. I don't need XL. Now, if you were using this for another baseball game, then yeah, it makes sense to go ahead and export to XL if you were doing that. But I'm just trying to staying focused on this. You don't need any of that. This tracks stats. This does it all. Generates lineups. And that's what I'm hoping. So what Matt was talking about in a later version, let me show you guys what I'm dying for. Let me close some windows here again. Okay, so back here, if we go to Quick Play, this allows you to play any 2 teams from any of the databases against each other. So just put in a game ID. I just put in 1, and let's just quickly pick 2 players or 2 teams this time from the Deadball era. Okay, or back to 1871, whatever. So let's do the 1894 Baltimore Orioles. The Baltimore. There we go. There you are. There you are, guys. All right, and then we're going to play them against the 1907 Tigers. And just find them down here. Detroit Tigers, where are you guys? I scrolled right past them because it's getting late. There we go. Add teams. Do I win pitchers a hit? Hell yeah. Okay. And just look at the ratings here. I think I'm going to start. Sadie McMahon. Okay, and so right now, again, his fatigue ratings is 7. That's not going to be accurate for a 19th century player. So bang, he's a 9, just like magic. All right, for the Detroit Tigers, we're gonna start Ed Killian. All right, and again, I'm going to make him a 9. Enter. All right, there are lineups. So this generated lineups. This didn't take like any sort of lineup that I had to input. And this is what I want to see in team management, is just this easy. So if I am creating a league with the Orioles, the Tigers, the 1909 Pirates, 1906 Cubs, 1934 Cardinals, I want to be able to not have to mess with Baseball Reference. So anyhow. So I wish I don't have my webcam set up, Clinton. I'd love to show you the size of these. So you like the score sheet that's out there. Okay. Oh, for posting on Delphi. Okay. Got it. And actually, yeah, Craig, you know what? I know you're on Facebook. Clinton's making a good suggestion. You ought to maybe think about Delphi forums as to reach a wider audience, because there's Baseball for Windows is on there. National Pastime Next Generation Plus is on there. National Pastime 3. Dombrov Baseball has a presence on Delphi forums. So you might want to think about that too. So a lot of people don't want to mess with Facebook or whatever. Good one. Next update, we'll have new fatigue ratings with starting pitcher up to 9 and relievers up to 4. Nice. Yeah, Craig, it's $15 a month. I think it is for Delphi to create your own forum and whatever. Could I put McGreevy in there? So I would love to. In fact, we have McGreevy upcoming, and I've decided to do it in out of the park baseball. But I was thinking about doing McGreevy in this game, but I'm going to think of another project for this one, only because if I don't get enough owners, let's say only 5 people are interested in McGreevy, and we want to do 16 teams, I don't really feel like doing 11 or lineups for 11 teams. So, but anyhow. Oh, you want to play against the Grays? We can do that. We can do that. We do that pretty easily. So if we go back in here to quick play, again, we'll just give this a game ID, and we're going to stay in the 19th century. All right, so you want the 1884 Grays? We can do that. Whoops, 1884. So everybody that's ever played, every team that's ever been in baseball, they're in here. I mean, even the lowly Altoona Mountain Cities, who played something like 20 games in the Union Association in 1884 and then folded up and became a semi-pro team the next day. Everybody's in here. So let's look for the Providence Grays. Yeah, there they are. Boop. Okay, and who do you want to put against them? Oh, your Orioles. Okay, yeah, the 1894 Baltimore Orioles. The only thing, guys, remember to just select. If you don't select the proper database, you're not going to get anything. Okay, and the year. Easy enough. I mean, this is so simple. A little bit of typing, and you're ready to go. And there we go. Baltimore Orioles. Add teams. Do I have pitchers to hit? Yes, I do. I don't know who's going to start for Providence here. Let me see. I wish Ken was in here. Oh, Old Hoss Radbourne, of course. And Old Hoss, there should be a fatigue rating of 12 for him, because we know about Old Hoss. So we're going to start Radbourne against Sadie McMahon. I still think that's a good matchup. McMahon here is a 7 ABB. He's about to be a 9 ABB. Okay, boop, boop. And, yeah, we're ready to go here, guys. So let's do this. And again, I'm going to go back to basic. No, maybe we'll stay here. So let's say that you have the player cards printed. Or let's say you're still playing version 2, and there's nothing wrong with that. Version 2 of this is great. Man, you've got a pre-filled scorecard, right? Now, if we were playing in the 20th century, right, 1920 onward, the managers are actually rated, and you get their names, whatever. But good to see we got the proper park. Look, you got a pre-filled lineup, and you've got your ratings right there. Roll away. if you want to. Everything's there. Okay. And this will update as we play. All right. So here we go. Low 19th century baseball. We'll just do a couple innings here. All right. Leading off here, Paul Hines, center fielder for the Providence Grays. Ken Castro's Providence Grays. All right. Sadie McMahon's finished his warm-up pitches. He is ready to rock and roll. All right. And this one is a batter 11, a power check of 12. And this is going to be an error. So notice you're going to see like a home run for like in one little spot, because home runs happened in the 19th century and dead ball, but you see a lot of triples because those were really the big hits. You guys know that. All right. So we have an error. Or what? No, I'm sorry. It's a 12. Duh. It's a home run. See, I'm getting tired now. And there it is. Bang. So how about it? Paul Hines not wasting any time. Leadoff home run. Providence out to an early 1-0 lead. All right. Striding to the plate now. First baseman Joe Start. Joe Start hit 276 in 1884. 2 home runs. Struck out 25 times. All right. Here is the wind and the pitch from Sadie McMahon coming in there. And this is going to be a controlled 10. And he walks him. So a home run and a walk. And Sadie McMahon is off to a rather rocky start here. So a runner on. Again, I love this. I love this, love this, love this. So we're going to see what the Providence Grays manager says. Yep, definitely stolen base. So we're going to steal. We're going to steal with this guy. Yep. I want him to go against Uncle Wilbert Robinson. And Robinson guns him down. All right, so 1 away. And in the box here is Barney Gilligan, the catcher, 245 average in 1884. All right, here is the pitch. And this one is going to be a fly ball to center field. And that will be the second out of the inning. So, I mean, I just do this, even though there's nobody on, just to keep myself in the habit of reading what I see. Okay. All right. Batting in the number 4 position is the right fielder, Charlie Sweeney, 298 average with a home run in 1884. Here's the wind and the pitch. All right. And we got a batter 9. And this one is going to be a single. So how long will Sadie McMahon stay up in there? All right, let's see what the Grays want to do. I'm not calling for a stolen base. This could be because this isn't set up as a manager yet. I don't know. Can you roll your own bones and still play on the PC? Yes, you can. Yeah, not enough. Not enough. Yeah, you can. So, Clinton, if I could roll these dice right now. So let's pretend. I'm going to click this just for shits and giggles. But let's say, and here, let me get another one. Let's say I rolled an 11, a 3, and a 9, okay? So all I do is 11, 3, 9, okay, is I see that this is a ground ball lead runner, and I would just actually put this in here, all right? So where's my lead runner here? Oh, he's at first. Okay, so ground ball, lead runner, third, and then that's it. It was the third. I could have just done that at 3 unassisted. So, yep, you can roll your own dice. You don't even have to play a game. Right. So here's another thing you can do. You can do this cool thing here. So this will give you, and this will even work with cards and dice as well. Okay. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Chris, we have Craig Harris here, who's the developer of Pocket Pennant Run. So I'm kind of showing the advanced rules of this, and so far I'm doing fine. He says. This one, again, hopefully when that lineup generator does come, but I think I'm going to play with this next anyhow. So this thing here, guys, works with the team management screen. So any teams that you've set with team management, when we go in here, doesn't like multiple windows right now, so we'll just pretend. Anything that I've set up in here. So if I wanted to play the St. Louis Cardinals of 1934 against the 1971 Pirates, I'd have them in there. Save lineup, I would load in here. I would designate my starting pitcher. But here's the cool thing about this is you have spots here for relief pitchers, right? And you have these Boolean ORs, if you will, Boolean operator ORs. Okay. So you can say for relief pitcher 1 is going to enter if, and you're going to select whether the starting pitcher rating. So as we talked about fatigue, or whether they've given up more than, I think it's 4 runs. If that rating drops to, let's say drops to a C, then you're going to bring him in. Or you can bring him in by inning. Just say, look, this guy, he's a spot starter. He's good for 5 innings. So that inning can equal 6. So you don't even have to mess with that, like say for a visiting team, just going to come in. So you can define all that stuff really, really, really nicely here on Game Sim Setup, which is a lot of fun, which is why I love the team generator thing here. But you could also create a fantasy team here. I'm not interested in this only because I'm I don't like to play with fantasy players. But if you want to create a fantasy player, you can do that. I can just generate a team. There you go. And you're off to the races. And you can keep doing this. And it will keep generating teams for you. You could save all these teams. And if you wanted to, you could play just teams of fictional players, which a lot of people like to do. Because it's like, okay, you don't know these players. So here's a way, where you can kind of role play, I guess is the best way to put it, to see how these players are going to develop, because you don't know them, right? Let's exit this. Okay. So right here, again, I can just I don't even have to go like into all this and go into another module to game day. If I just want to do a quick little thing right now. So again, I could do a visitors team right here. So let's say Cardinals and Pirates, if I wanted to do this. And I could print these player cards right now. I could export all of this to Green Fox Excel. I could create a game score sheet. I can combine score sheets, or I can just click this and do game day, and that's going to take me to that next screen. But let's just say I want to do a score sheet. I've got these cards all printed out and stuff like that. So so I have an incomplete lineup. I can't do it, but if I had an incomplete lineup and I could just make a fake one, I suppose I could do it, or I could just play game day. But this is why I really want to see a lineup generator and rotation. At least the lineup generation. Rotation I can deal with. So I like that this is right here. Other thing, since we're doing this, guys, we might as well talk about a few more features while Craig is here, because this is nifty. So let's say that you don't want to mess around with Baseball Reference. You just want to do some quick research. Go to StatFacts. So something else value added. There's not any other cards and dice game, obviously, that has this kind of thing that accompanies it. I think this makes this unique. There's the hybrid games, of course, but this, I guess, but I don't even think Digital Diamond has something like this. I think it's the only game out there that does. So we'll just start with the easy bit. Just make sure you click the radio button. Make sure that your database is selected up here. And again, they're all here. So we could be doing some Negro League Baseball if we want. In fact, let's do that. Let's do a search here. You'll notice down here in this top left window that these names change. So these are all Negro League players. Everybody. All right. So let's type in. We're going to start typing in just CHRL. Oops, and that's my mistake. Let's do it this way. SCAR, and I'm just going to look. Where are you, Oscar? There he is, Oscar Charleston. So I've got him selected, and all I have to do is do search stats, and there's Oscar Charleston. There he is. He got his right. So, and this runs from rookie year because none of this is searchable or sortable. But so you see, he started 19, or his first record from right here, 1920, Indianapolis ABCs. And he finished up with the Philadelphia Stars in 1941. Now you're going to notice some missing stats. This is not an oversight on Craig's part. A lot of these stats, for historical reasons, aren't available. So you have the great databases like Seamheads that really, focus in on Negro League Baseball. They're working so hard to try to fill in gaps. So, just be aware of that. We can switch up. Watch what happens when I switch up. If I go to Major League Baseball 1920 to 2024, and if I start typing in Oscar, well, you're going to see right away there's no Oscar Charleston. So you can't, if you're like, wait, I can't find him, make sure you've got this up here. Okay. But we can type in Mark McGwire. Just start typing his name. It'll come up. Again, search stats. There's McGwire's career. All right. From the A's in 1986 up into the Cardinals in 2001. Okay. Now, let's say you're going to be in the McGreevy League, hint, 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 and you want to study some deadball teams and some 19th century teams, since we're going back to the beginning to 1871. So I'm going to switch this to historical MLB, and I'm going to type in we'll just do 1884 Providence Grays. Okay. I love this feature, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then search stats. There they are. So you got the batting and you got all the pitchers. So this gives you a really, really good idea of a team, or let's say within that, the way we're going to do the McGreevy League, right? And even though we're doing it out of the park baseball, use this to search it. Why not? Right? So you can go down here and look at Jerry Denny, and you can see here, hey, geez, Jerry Denny had 22 home runs, batting average, 248, whatever. So you don't have to really mess around in the game when you're doing team management and you want to put together a draft league. What an easy way to do it, right? Let's say you just wanted to draft a couple teams from 1884. Well, you could. Maybe you want, who else around here? The Wilmington Quick Steps. When have you ever seen these guys in a cards and dice game? But there they are. There's the Wilmington Quick Steps. They weren't a long-lived team, as you can see. Probably the coolest part of this, though, is check this out. You can find players by stats. So you can select by all players within the chosen database, by position, by team. You can sort batters by a number of different criteria that are here. So hits, doubles, home runs. Craig, I would like to ask you how come triples are missing, but there's enough here to search anyhow. I realize triples are, very, very rare. You set that minimum requirement. So let's say we want to do by position, and let's do third baseman. Select, and I want to do doubles, and I want a minimum requirement of 40 doubles. I don't know. It might be too high. I don't know. Let's try 25. Okay. Then I can select these years from here. So maybe I want to do 1900 to 1919, just for giggles. And I want to just see the top 10. So we're going to try the most, I think by third baseman, doubles, minimum of 26, 25. We'll see if that gives us any. It might not, because maybe that's too high, too low. I don't know. From the years 1900 to 1919, I can choose anywhere from the top 10, 25, 50, 100. We'll do the top 10. And let's do search stats and see if we get it. Yep, there we go. And this does it by season. So another great way. And this is a fantastic addition. So we can see here that Home Run Baker had 200 doubles in what I'm looking for here. We can see like when. So between these under games, it's actually, these are actually years. Okay. I believe. Maybe I could be wrong, but this is fulfilling that criteria that I've set, showing the top 10. So let's look at the top 25. Same thing. Search stats. Now we've got a larger list. It's a good stat. It's a good stat. It's a good stat just because I guess the point I'm trying to make is if you want to really get down into minutia, you can. So to make it more obvious, let's do all players, home runs, and this is by seasons. Minimum required 48. All right. So we went 48 home runs from 1960 to 1980, right? So now I've set up this different criteria, and I just want to do the top 10. And I'm going to search stats, and there we go. So we see, and again, since we've only gone to 1980, Maris is still 61. The Mick behind him at 54. We see Harmon Killebrew showing up here three times. I'm sorry. So I think it's fun. I think this is really, really fun. And if you wanted to really be crazy, you could, of course, do the top 100 home run hitters with all that criteria going all the way down to the guys bringing up the bottom with only 36, Stretch McCovey, Joe Torre, Hondo, Willie Horton, and Stretch again. So McCovey did it twice. And there, over here, you see the team that they were with. So you can see here by pitchers, ERA plus, wins, losses, complete games, which of course is a vanishing stat, starts, saves, innings pitched, hit by pitch, balks, wild pitches, strikeouts, walks, how many home runs, how many walks per 9 innings, how many strikeouts per 9 innings. This is really cool. So the rest, I would say the other two parts of this is kind of like a baby baseball reference. This is like a baby stat head. If you guys remember stat head, you can do all kind of search criteria in stat head, and you're kind of getting this right here. So what else can I say? You have a lot of just fun baseball here. You can do a great little research tool, a great baseball game, a great companion to any baseball game you play, because this also has manual entry as well, which is really, really cool. Jeez, I don't know what else to say, guys. That hasn't been said already about this game. So Clinton, again, for the white die, you have to be playing in the if you go to game day replay, by the way, do I still want to load game? So to play the movie game select. So what he did here as a nice little thing is this is two teams made up of players from baseball movies, and it's really fun, man. It's really fun. So there's Pedro Serrano, right? Oh my God, there's Tanner Boyle. So I mean, there's Nuke LaLoosh pitching here, right? This is like just damn cool. It's damn cool. So Willie Mays Hayes, baby, Crash Davis, Jake Taylor, lots of fun. Go to actions, or go to options. There's a list of movies. Thanks, Craig. Movie info. There it is. Okay, so guys, here's the whole list. This is awesome. Obviously, there's nobody in here from Fields of Dreams, which kind of makes sense because they're real players. But you've got guys from Angels in the Outfield, Bang the Drum Slowly. What a great movie that is. Robert De Niro. So who do we got? We got Nuke LaLoosh. Let's just look who's here from. Look, we even got the Sandlot, right? There's Bertram Grover Weeks from Sandlot. There's Amanda Wurlitzer from the Bad News Bears. Montgomery Brewster, right? So there he is. Brewster's Millions. Billy Chappell for Love of the Game. So there's got Kevin Costner in the game here, at least. Crash Davis from Bull Durham. Bobby Rayburn, how about it, from The Fan. And Jimmy Dugan, a.k.a. Jimmy Fox, League of Their Own. Mr. Baseball, Summer Catch. What else is in here? So Major League 2, Eastbound and Down, great stuff. There's The Scout, Steve Nebraska. You guys saw this movie. Good stuff. I like that movie a lot. There's Kit Keller from A League of Their Own. Really good to see that as well. So, Stadium, the stadium, of course, is Field of Dreams. So, this is a list of the players and the movies they starred in. I encourage you to check them out. The positions are what they played in the game, or at least in the area, infield or outfield. Pitchers are relegated to one starting pitcher and the rest relief pitchers within game. You'll see that you can sub in a different starter if you like. The ratings and left-right splits are fictional and may not be correct. If you know of a correction, send it to me and I'll get it updated in a future update. So it's a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. Yeah, absolutely, man. The other thing is, I always suggest this was a quality of life improvement. In the last update of Pocket Pennant Run that Craig put in, is using the red dice with white numbers. Just a lot easier. I'll show you the difference here. I like it with the white numbers. See, that's just a little bit black on red. But so this was very, very nice that he added this. You can edit stadium information. You can edit to your heart's content in this thing. What you can do. There's so much, and also there's an in-game box score. And this is the other thing here that I wanted to. Where is it? Oh, it's already. This game's already been played. I have to start another one. But also in this game, you can do manual entry. So you can play any game, any baseball game you want. Again, I've said this earlier, and use this. So tell me where for either $14.99 or $24.99 you're getting this much value. You're really not. The only games I can think of that give you tons of value in addition to this one are going to be Out of the Park Baseball and Digital Diamond. Other than that, Action PC, you've got to buy all the seasons. Baseball for Windows, I have the Fan Park Encyclopedia, but if not, you've got to buy seasons. Strat, you've got to buy seasons. Dombrov, I don't know when Richard is going to update it, but it's not playable right now for the things I want to do with it. And then, of course, the 2 free games. But this is more than just a game, and I think that's where people get confused. So you guys saw what Dave Gardner did. You saw what Dave Gardner did. He typed in the ratings of all the players in 1978, and he was using version 2 of this game, or of this software, I should say. And he's using Digital Diamond Baseball. So use these ratings, put them to Digital Diamond Baseball, and you will find syntax in there for Pocket Pennant Run, which is really cool. That Mark did that, and that's not stealing any thunder because you've still got player cards here. You can't put those in there, which is good. This product needs to be its own ecosystem. So yeah. Clinton, I'm glad. So Clinton, I'll tell you, Craig, Clinton's one of our. He's one of our statesmen of our little community here. And he's super picky about baseball games. So if he's saying he's a fan, you can rest assured you've done a great job here. And you have. I know that Ken Castro, he's another cards and dice guy here, and he knows more about baseball than, well, except for maybe Clinton more than anybody. And he really likes this game, loves when I play it. So you have hit and run options here, bunt, all kinds of stuff. My God, this would take forever to show you this whole game. I mean, already we've been on for 2 hours and 19 minutes. I hadn't planned to be on tonight at all. So, Craig, I don't know if there's anything else. There's just so much about this, guys. If you hit the help, look what you get. There's the software guide right in there. So if you don't feel like listening to me droning on forever, hit the help button and the PDF is right in there. Everything you need to know. But don't be afraid. You can also go to here. And they've moved. So we're going to go there. So you're going to go to the new, to their new website, and then you can get more information as you need. And I'm guessing this is still being developed. Bring this back up. That's Pocket Pennant Run again. And I'm going to start making this more of a regular part of my channel, since people seem to like to hang out. And I love having you here. Any questions? Hey, Cousin Ken, how you doing? Can't sleep. Should we do a baseball game so you can sleep? We can do that. Or we can just put on whatever. If you try to hear my voice, we can put on Harwell. Doesn't matter to me. So feel free to use contact us for questions and suggestions right up here. And so I'll tell you guys too that Craig and Matt get back to you quickly. So it's not like you're going to be asking a question and you're going to have to wait a month. Yeah. Possible to use this like ball stat for putting stats from cards and dice? Yes, absolutely, Ken. Absolutely. You can use this strictly for data entry. So let me show you that. I should show you that, shouldn't I? So yeah, so not only is its own ecosystem, it's game agnostic. Since Ken's here, we have to do this 19th century baseball. So let's do 1890. I got to pick up somebody from the Players League, I guess. So I got to find something that's just like 1 year, 1890. I don't know why I put in 1890. Oh, how we'll put the Phillies, and we'll put them against the old Pittsburgh Alleghenies here in 1890, or the Pirates, or whatever. Yeah, just for giggles. Let's pick another year, 1890. Look, you know, Ken, you're here, so we have to do it, right? Let's give you a conflict of interest. How about the Phillies and the Grays? Okay. Oh my God, learn to spell here. I only have a master's in English and whatever. Providence, great. Master's in education, actually. Boom, add teams. Do I want pitchers to hit? Yes, I do. Okay. I always try to, yeah, there we go. Oh my God, what's his name? Jack McFetridge. I'm going to make him a 9. See, like that, Ken. Look at that. I'm going to make him a 9. Isn't that cool? And old Haas. Make him a 9. As I said earlier, Haas should have a 12. Okay, so you can save these to Excel. You can you can do all this stuff. There's also the manual entry. So guys who know me well know that I've lost 4 near complete project stats with ball set over the past 2 years. So Ken, not only do you input, so whether you play the game or right in the game itself, or you play with the dice come with it, or you're playing another game, you can actually go in and do a manual entry of this game. And so if you're playing in APA, you can actually do it for batter, inning for inning. You can do it. So, and it tracks stats. How about that? It tracks stats. So, Craig, you're giving this away, man. You really are, for this price. It's unbelievable. And I think if anybody doesn't buy this, I'd be like, and if you're a serious baseball fan, come on. So, yep, you can play this with any baseball game out there, because on the manual entry in this play, which, Craig, now I'm having a brain cramp here. I'm forgetting how to get to it. I wanted to show Ken that, and I hope you're still here, because I forget how to do it now, because I don't use it. Damn it. Where is it? It's not Game Sim. No, it's not Game Sim. I'll just find it on my own here. It's probably here. Let me see. I'm just gonna have it pick a random game. Is it this? Because it's like really simple to find this thing, but now I can't because I've been going for too long now. Yeah, Craig, where do I find manual entry again? I can't remember how to do it. And I was just looking at it the other night, but it's a feature I don't use, but a lot of guys would love this feature because you have a manual entry for games, and I forget how to find it. I can't remember, man. This sucks. So he's got a question mark. He's like, huh? No, it's in here, man, because I can like type in the players and all kinds of stuff and like what they did and all that. And I can't remember how to find it. So yikes. Where is it? Yeah. I think yes, that's it. That's it. So I think I've just is it is it this? Okay, so we got to play or because this came up with without a game I was doing or whatever. I can't remember. Yeah, so Ken's rolling up a game and then wants to put all this stuff in here. Is it options? Hey, Paul, thank you. And thank you for, again, all the hard, let's close this, for all the hard work you've done. Wow. So is it? No, it's not options. I don't remember. I suck. Instead of, okay. So select a box score game. All right, let me jump out of this because I don't, or that's what I did. But let me exit. I shouldn't be doing these things this long when I'm doing this. Let me jump out. Okay, and oh yeah, that's right because all right, let me load a save season. Right now I just have this just started. Right, boink. Okay, there it is. So let's say you wanted to play the Red Sox and the Senators. Okay. And I click manual entry. So there you go, Ken. That's it. Thank you, Craig. I knew I wasn't tripping. So there it is. So I could be playing Strat, God forbid. I could be playing APA. I could be playing Status Pro, whatever. And I can just put them all in here, all the batters' names. I can add batters, what he did, up here, scores for each innings. You can edit, save stats, all this stuff, right? You can also then save game stats. That's what you're looking for. Yep. So you can save game stats in this thing. Any editing you have to do. So this is, for you guys that are playing anything and you don't want to deal any paper, you want a way to track stats. This is really, really nice. And it's not a big footprint. So you're worrying about losing things like say in ball stat or some other things that you were using. So it's very, very easy to just right within the game sheets. There's a game sheets directory in here where most things are saved. Just copy it. Just back up things. You always should anyhow. So, yeah. Yeah, so Craig's going to be doing some videos, he's saying here, and that should be highlighted, by the way, so people are watching this. Because obviously, so we got a brilliant beta, brilliant tester here, and we've got the guy who wrote the software. It is more than a game. It's the only thing it doesn't do, man, it doesn't make my orange juice in the morning. So that kind of sucks, Craig. Could you work on an orange juice update, please? So check it out, Ken. Look, right down here, right? You put in their positions. You want to get as crazy as you want. They're, righty, lefty, switchy, whatever, man. Just you can even, like up here, if you want to, you can edit these up here to be a statistical category. However crazy you want to get with this game, you can get. You're going to work on a DoorDash button. Paul, oh, that's right. Paul, you're in Blighty. You're not Blighty. Where are you? Where are you, man? 1, 5. You're not in England. You're a little bit way further over. Because I used to live in Ireland, and then I lived in Holland, and so it was that 5 and 6 hour difference. So you're further east. Wow. So cool. Well, guys, I think that pretty much does it as far as, you know, again, I will ask you to bear with me as I do more things with Pocket Pennant Run, and I discover more things. And I'm going to assume that more and more people are going to be joining up with this game, doing things. Um, that I'm going to be explaining more features like this. If I just want to play games in May, I can play games in May. I can choose just what games I want to play by using the control key, just picking a number of games or simming them out. I could sim this entire season if I wanted to. I could just sim whatever. This will show standings. It will show stats, box scores. Now you see this box score. It's going to show. It's not going to show box scores that you haven't played, but it will show the box scores you have played. So I just boom, do this, and there we go. So pretty nice game this one was. Red Sox edged the Senators 1-0. And then if it'd be meaningless at this point, but I could actually have it show stats. And you can see here, this is just going to be for the teams right now that will be or have been played. So yeah, it's really nice. Okay, so you're Greenwich Mean Time +2. So you are a bit way over there, Paul. 1962. Yeah, man. So those Giants, 1962 Giants. Oh, you're welcome, cousin. Hey, I thought you'd like the manual entry part. That's really cool. And what, of course, the nice thing is you have the entire schedule right here. The actual, the scores, everything. So there's just all of April, right? The other thing, of course, that's nice, that's right here again, if you're just doing this. All right, one more thing, and I promise I'm going to sign off, but I just get so stoked about this game. I really, really do. So Clinton just mentioned 1962. So let's put in 1962. But let's say you want to confine, and you just want to confine your playoffs or your season replay to just the Giants, and you don't care about any other team. So you could do that, right? Because if I leave this go, and if I don't touch anything in this drop down, and I hit load season schedule, that's going to give us the entire schedule for 1962, All-Star Game, World Series, whatever, okay? But if I just want the San Francisco Giants, and that's all, and I just want to track them, and I just want to play them, I can do that as well by just selecting San Francisco Giants, load team schedule, and there we go. This is the entire Giants schedule for 1962. And you're ready to rumble. So if you want to start out, you want to do a manual entry of that game, if you want to do it that way, guys, there it is. If you don't want to do that, you want to actually play the game, select it, print play game. If you want to sim this game, you just run a box score sim, and there's 2 different ways to do that. So let's do one. So you can do a full sim or a quick sim. And I said I was going to log off after this, but this is cool. So guys like Robert, RGO Network, he uses Fast Score or something like that. And it just gives you a score. So this is really, really cool. So if you want to do something like that, that's called quick sim. So you just get a final score. All right. But the full game sim gives you the box scores and player stats. So again, a way to track. So let's do a full game sim here. So in this historical game of April 10th, 1962, the Giants put a whooping on the Milwaukee Braves 6-0. So let's do a full game sim. And we'll let it do its thing. It's still doing its thing. Somewhere, or did it already come up? I could be. This could be me. This isn't the software. This is me. So Craig will be laughing because he knows you hate that. There it is. Yeah, it did play that quickly. So we can show the box score for that game. We saw everybody did, and San Francisco Giants weren't happy with that 6-0 pounding they did in real life. Now it's 10-3, close. do this, show stats, right? And then we can, so if you guys remember this, 19, right, the stat facts that I showed you. So now this version of stat facts, right, is just going to be for the season that you're doing. And I can look at just as the stats for the Milwaukee Braves. I mean, one game, what does it mean? But there you go. Let's search them. And there we go. And it's going to track this going along all the way through for any team. And for any of your replays, so let's say you have a number of projects going. I want to get back to 1908, look at the Red Sox. I can search just by what a player's doing. I can search the criteria by doubles, triples, whatever, or just look at what the team's doing. Just make sure you got the radio button clicked, click search stats, and I can see what everybody's doing so far. Hey, Aaron, how you doing? So, now, if you do quick sim, you're not going to get these stats. So you want to make sure to do full sim. It doesn't take long. I just lost my head. Okay, now I'm going to shut it down. So, guys, I hope this was a nice sort of explanation of some more things about Pocket Pennant Run. And I'm kind of chuffed that I got the some of the advanced stuff right. And we got to thank Paul Fay. And we got to thank Craig Harris. Craig and Matt, obviously, but Craig designed this. And it's brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. And Paul for play testing 300 games of this thing. We allowed him a week off to go to the UK, but yeah, we're thankful. Hey, you're welcome, Craig. Thank you for the great baseball ecosystem, man. Seriously. All right. Batch 2 is underway. So, Ken, I got to ask you before I go, man. Are you doing interleague? Are you doing interleague in that, or what? Have you crumbled? Have you crumbled? Got to know, Ken, before I log off. Did you crumble? Are you a heretic now? Are you doing interleague play? Be honest. We still love you. Come on. Cousin ain't answering, man. I'm worried now. He's not answering. He's like, I'm not going to tell you guys. As long as you don't 40 games. Okay, an 8 interleague. Okay, so you're not using a DH though, right? Right, Ken? No DH? I won't put you on the spot anymore. I want to thank Ken Castro, the heart and soul of this channel. I want to thank the creator of the Pocket Pennant Run manager software, Greg Harris. Okay, good. No damn DH. Good. Aaron Reed, thanks for stopping in, my friend. Appreciate it. The Professor Clinton Parks, FAC Sports with Desk with Paul. Guys, subscribe to that channel. Paul's he's a multi-sports fan. So check that out over there. Dwayne Martz was with us tonight, guru of digital diamond baseball. Good God, we had a lot of people in here tonight. We had Christopher Slovic was with us tonight. Thank you, Chris, for coming in. Really, really appreciate it. There'll be no baseball tomorrow night, guys, just because of my weird schedule. So no baseball tomorrow night, but we should be back on it again on the weekend. Doug Hunt was with us. Dave Gardner was here and was first in the ballpark, and Bernie Strom joined us, as did Samuel Smith, Jeff Hunter. I think we got everybody. Wow. One game down, 399 to go. Get him, cousin. Guys, probably Saturday night or Sunday, some more baseball. Yeah, Mark Cohen is a great guy, and I love what he said. He said, why sell seasons? The data are freely available. And Mark's doing all right. Take some stones to go on Steam and go up against out of the park baseball. But he's doing well. And if you guys love Status Pro baseball, you know you can play that in Digital Diamond. Well, now, from what I understand, Status Pro is going to be its own choice in the game now. So you don't have to go through menus and pick that as a companion. You'll be able to play Status Pro baseball straight up now with Digital Diamond. So not out till next March the 1st. the first of the baseball sims. Well, now it's going to be Pocket Pennant Run. But Action PC Baseball, I think, will be out in about 9 or 10 days. I'm told there's a some major updates coming on this new version. So yeah. Dwayne playing Bats Modern soon. Cool. Integrated starting pitcher advanced coming to. Yeah, there's all kinds of good stuff. It's an embarrassment of riches, guys. Great baseball games, but pushing this because I think it's a bargain. It's a steal. And if you think of it as just a baseball game and that's why you're going to pass on it, you're really passing on something that's going to, I think, open your baseball horizons. And no matter what, if you're a cards and dice player, no matter what cards and dice games you play, you can do it in here if you want to put the work into it. When you use a reference tool, do it. All kinds of stuff. Status Pro Advanced on Digital Diamond. Yeah, right? So looking forward to that. I wasted many hours as an undergrad playing Status Pro Baseball, and probably when I jump back into Digital Diamond, it'll be to play Status Pro Baseball. All right. Anyhow, I got to shut the hell up and get out of here. So see you guys next time. And until then, take care. Play lots of baseball. Buy Pocket Pennant Run Baseball. Buy it. Okay, so Dwayne says he hopes to play the first game of Post Bats later today. And Dwayne, I'll check my email. Thank you, my friend. Buy this game, guys. Come on. Buy this game. Support indie developers. This is love. All right, guys. All right, Paul, go get him. He's going to go record now. All right, gents. Till the next time, see you around the batting cage. Take care of yourselves, and we'll meet again next time for some more baseball madness. Good night.